it's been a morning. So bear with us, everybody. That's why I'm like 15, 20 minutes late on the live chat.
I never heard that.
They know what pups. Hey. Pass her. Pass her. I'm going to sit right here with my dad and be crazy girl.
I hate when you do that.
She said, I know. You know why I does it. That's why I does it. Hold on, Rock.
I always feel like she's...
Horsepower, good morning. Hey, Justin, good morning. Bad Dream, what's up, man? Hey, thank you for joining me on my live chat, brother. It's kind of hectic this morning because we got all the pups in the house because it's raining here. But yeah, I'm going to try to get this live, and y'all just have to deal with the puppers. And here you go, take her. But thanks for joining me, brother. Thanks for joining. It's nice to meet you on Jay's live, man. My channel's not as big as Jay's, but it's getting there. We've been doing pretty good. Basic Minuteman stuff, some gear, stuff like that, man. I usually get on the live chats and we just talk about whatever, man. Whatever floats our boat that day. So hope everybody had a good Memorial Day and had a great time. So Alan, is that my Alan? Because my son's name is Alan, and sometimes he'd be watching the live chats too. Yeah, so far it's not raining too bad here. We've been getting like spotty. It'll rain for 20, 30 minutes and then it'll stop, which is good for me because if it rains hard for a substantial amount of time. Hold on, guys. Mama Bear's trying to get the pups to calm down. They are wide open today. Hey, they up. Well, this is my son, Alan, Big Al. So, hey, man, finally got you on one of my live chats, buddy. Well, hey, since you're on here, hold on.
Hey, Bubba.
Let's see. Hold on a minute. Since you're on here, finally, there. But yeah, so yesterday was pretty uneventful. We didn't really do much, man. I've been not feeling real good the last couple of days. My allergies been kicking my butt. So forgive me if I have to blow my nose. And hold on, buddy. Yeah, we got 8 puppies in here, and Mama's about to lose her mind, and I'm about to lose mine. Pilgrim, what's up, brother? Here, let me have her. We're still trying to fight these damn fleas too. No matter what we put out here, it doesn't work. I did find out like there was a pile of hay out there in the middle of the yard that I don't just gonna let it break down into the ground. But it was full of fleas. So Twin took some gas and set that bitch on fire.
Hey, Pilgrim.
So they're just loud. You can't really do anything about it. Puppies are mean. Here's little Blackie. I don't know if y'all can see her sitting on my lap. She's pretty chill. They got a bug. So from the food and the heat and whatnot and the fleas, they all have upset bellies. So they're getting better. Now they're actually all eating and drinking, and they weren't eating. Some of them weren't eating yesterday, and they just didn't feel good. So I was trying to get over, babe. Hey, Adrian, what's up, brother? Thank you, brother. When you come down, man, I'm trying not to have to yell over the pups, guys, but it's just going to happen until they pass out. No, you ain't going to go over there and chew on cords either. Here, take her. You're a cord chewer. Go ahead. Morning, puppy loves, guys.
Enough.
This is little. Well, she's not little no more. She's actually gotten big. I'm good with her. When they were first born, she was tiny. She's actually got some size on her now. She's a big girl now. So, and we have a crate. We put them outside so they can get fresh air and stay outside for a little bit. But thank you. Her name is Little Blackie for now till BBW gets her and changes her name. Or he might just keep her name. I know Adrian and Danielle are keeping Blue's name Blue. So that's awesome. And welcome. Thank you.
I'm here, Pilgrim.
Pilgrim, Mama's here, buddy. She's just on the other side over with the pups because it's been a morning. It's been a morning. So we woke up this morning with I wasn't gonna do a live because I wasn't feeling good. I didn't drink any beer yesterday, or no caffeine, no beer, no nicotine, no nothing. And but now I got some nicotine and stuff like that. So, but Adrian, when you come down, since we only got a day, catfishing here is better at night. Since you guys won't be here for a night, we'll go do a ruck, not long one. We'll do a property patrol. I'll try to do a video with you, brother, and definitely got to do a video. And I definitely want to do a video of my Canadian brother shooting my stag with the D60. So definitely got to get you on that. So we'll have fun, man. But once you guys can come down and like spend a couple days where you ain't so rushed and we got get the blue home and whatnot, I'll take y'all catfishing because that's better at night. Yeah, I can't wait for you to shoot it. My Canadian brother with my stag, boy, it's gonna be fun, man. We'll do a little short property patrol, just show you guys my area, what it's like up here. I got a chest rig you can borrow, whatever you want to do, man. We don't even have to carry anything, honestly. We can just walk up with the rifles and shoot up. So, but yeah, I couldn't believe that Jay didn't know what the super safety was. That thing is. He said earlier, like my son said, like 1 to 4 in the morning. That especially because Alan, I wanted to take Adrian to Carr Lake up by the dam, and you already know between 1 and 4 in the morning, I've seen people pull 50, 60-pound blue channel cats, big jokers out there. The biggest catfish I've ever caught though was I think 52 pounds, but we weren't like becoming dangerous. What's up, my brother? We weren't fishing with poles. We had noodles, and the super safety is my brother on here becoming dangerous. Bad Dream had said something to me about it in one of my she bit shit on my leg. Said something to me about it in one of my live chats, and I was like, oh shit, I got to go check that thing out. So I looked online and found like videos on YouTube, and I was like, oh shit, these things are probably like $400. I can't get one of these. I went online, Googled it, and I found one for $110 plus $10 for shipping. I had to replace the buffer in my stag to an H2 buffer, but as soon as I did that, you can already see the outcome of that one. My short on there tells everybody everything they need to know. So, and that was a freaking blessing. So now my wife is small, so what we're gonna do with her gun, she carries a Smith & Wesson with a 16-inch barrel. It's a little long for her. I mean, she can shoot it, she can handle it, but I was looking and I'm like, man, I need to build her something with a shorter barrel. If we need to reach out and touch something, I have plenty of weapons for that. But Mama Bear, I want to build her a gun specifically for herself. So I'm going to take my Smith & Wesson. I'm going to order a new bolt carrier group for my stag. I'm going to get a BCM bolt carrier group, put that in the stag. Then my full auto bolt carrier group that's in that gun now will go into the Smith & Wesson. I'll order an H2 buffer, put her a super safety, and we're going to get her 10.15 or 11.5 or anything shorter than 16, just something to shorten that gun up for. But it's good. Homestead Medical, what's up, brother? Hey, man, I found a channel that the dude with all the tattoos. I can't remember the name of his channel, but I saw your comment on there, so I left a comment like, hey, what's up, brother? And I subbed to his channel, man. He looks like a really cool dude. So... and he definitely likes your medical kits, man. So if anybody needs a medical kit, either go to Prepared Citizens or Homestead Medical, like top of the line stuff there, guys. I used to rep Refuge Medical, but for the price that those guys are selling their kits for, they're very good kits. And yes, I have one. And yes, I have used it in an accident. But if you need a good medical kit, especially for the modern Minuteman, it's on a budget and you can't spend $300-400 on a freaking IFAC, check out Homestead Medical or Prepared Citizens. Even if you got the money to buy a freaking $300 IFAC, please check out Prepared Citizens for the Schlissman's wrap. You guys have got to have one. Got to have one. And for an IFAC or anything like that, check out Homestead Medical and Prepared Citizens. I'll put a link in my post for their channels. So if anybody's looking for a solid medical kit, let's support our people, man. But yeah, I was on there flipping, and this dude was a young guy, man. Got some really nice gear. He's cool as shit, too. Got a bunch of tattoos like me. And I was flipping through his stuff. Oh, well, okay, then freaking Homestead Medical has Schlissman's too. So you guys, we have 2 people we can buy medical supplies from. There's no reason why nobody should not have an IFAC or Schlissman's. Jay from Prepared Citizens sent Mama Bear and I each a boo-boo kit and a Schlissman's wrap, and that thing is in my kit. Oh, man, like those things are freaking amazing. Yeah, that is awesome, Homestead. Like, I wish I'd have known about them years ago. Like, I'm not... So when it comes to medical stuff, Twin is a little behind on stuff. Brandon is his name. Oh, yes. Dude, I freaking like started binge watching his channel. He is solid dude, man. And he's got some good shit. And I really like the way he thinks. So, ow. Yeah, dude, medical is just, it's more important to have medical, man, than basically anything else. Like, yeah, you got to eat, you got to have water. But if something happens and you get not even shot, guys. Like I work with a chainsaw a lot. I mean, I carry a freaking tomahawk with me, a knife. You're going to probably need a Band-Aid, some burn cream, or that Schlissman's wrap a whole lot more than you're going to need chest seals in a tourniquet with a decompression needle. I'm not saying don't have that stuff. I'm saying you're probably going to need the other stuff way before you need chest seals, because if you're in the fact that you need chest seals, you ain't worried about anything at that point because your ass is leaking out. So I just, man, that Schlissman's wrap, and I turned some buddies on that do tree work, and man, they're pulling a cord down there, baby. Bless America. Puppy. Anybody wants some puppies? They are good to go. Puppies are free.
They can go today if you want.
They are good to go, man. It is time for them to go to their forever home. Oh, exactly. I'm pinning that comment. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Krista just nailed that one. That the one you're.
No, I didn't see Krista's. It was Homestead.
Oh, I thought that was horsepower. Sorry.
Yeah, becoming dangerous. That's I've noticed that. A lot of people will go get these extensive IFAKs with a decompression needle and chest seals and shit. And I'm like, well, man, you know how to use that decompression needle? I wouldn't personally. I don't know enough. I can sit here and tell you Twin Arrows does not know enough about medical to decompress somebody's chest. I'm sorry. Do I have a decompression needle? Yes, I have one that came in a medical kit one time. But I'm terrified. If you fuck up and put that thing in wrong, you're going to do more damage, possibly kill the person. They're already freaking bleeding out. You know what I mean? So get some training. Like Mama Bear and I signed up for basic CPR and basic first aid from our local Red Cross. It's coming up in July. Here, take her so she's not chewing on stuff over here. It's coming up in July. We're going to go take the basic CPR and the basic first aid. Mama Bear has already done it probably 3 or 4 times. I've done it twice. But it's good to go back and like refresh on the simple things. Keep it simple, stupid kids. The only reason Navy SEALs are so good is because they know the basics to a T. And I was talking to a guy, a lot of guys on here that are ex-military, ex-special forces. And I asked him, and he was like, bro, the guys in the military, they train, but the guys that are like top tier point of the spear, they train the basics over and over and over. So, oh, Glory, what's up, brother? And Homestead, like you just said, or a few people said, you're probably not going to use your rifle, but I guarantee you sometime in your life you're going to use a first aid kit. So I don't know how many times I've been at work, like I just cut the shit out of my leg leaving. I went and got some monsters and some dip. And I'm telling you, man, like I stepped out wrong and hit the corner of the thing, put a big old gash in my leg. I don't need an AR-15 to fix that. So
Morning, Glory.
CPR and sutures are the only thing I've needed, thankfully. Yeah, exactly. I've never really needed CPR, but I've had to have stitches quite a few times. I mean, even when I run a chainsaw, I carry an individual first aid kit. It doesn't have the chest seals and all that. This one, what are you looking for? Oh, I can probably do one on my chainsaw rig. So puppies are talking to me, man. Sorry. She's telling me.
She just cussed you out.
I know. She's like, you're not paying me no mind. So doing like when I run chainsaws, I carry an individual first aid kit. It doesn't have the chest seals. It does have a couple tourniquets. It has a bunch of compressed gauze and a bunch of stop bleeding, like the combat stop bleeding. Those are the things you're going to need. You're not going to get shot hanging out of a tree. But I fucked up the other day. Wasn't paying attention. This was about a month ago. When I'm done with my saw will likes to keep running. Even after you take your finger off, it'll vibrate enough to turn the blade, enough to cut you. Well, I usually just take my wrist, bump the blade lock so it'll stop. I sell a kit just for chainsaws to hook up. Oh, dude, man, I'm getting on your website today, brother. I don't have any money right now. I was working for these people, and I got a phone call Saturday, said it could be a week or two before we go back to work because of the mold situation. And I was like, well, damn. He was like, I'm trying to find something for everybody. He was like, they don't want us in the house. And if you do go in the house, you have to have a respirator and all this funky shit. And he was like, I ain't trying to put us in a house with no air conditioning, breathing like that.
And then
So,
the drive.
So becoming dangerous. I don't know. Have I ever told y'all the story about me and a good friend of mine? We were training, and just give me a thumbs up if y'all want to hear the story. I'm not going to bore everybody. There's a post on my video where Refuge Medical, I used a kit, but since it wasn't even their kit, but it was a first aid kit. And I told them, hey, I didn't use one of y'all's kits, but I used a kit, and they gave me a whole brand new kit. unopened and was like, here, we want to replace what you used, because if you used something, then, you know. All right, so Justin ain't heard it. So me and a buddy of mine were training one day. This was years ago. And all I had on me then was a military issue IFAC. Had, you know, just basic stuff that they give to soldiers. When we were shooting that day, we were coming home. I was sitting at a stoplight to go straight. There was a turn lane, me, another car, and then of course across the street you got a turn lane and two more lanes of traffic coming this way. Well, a drunk driver jumped in, was coming, and I looked in the rearview mirror and I was like, dude, that dude's not going to stop. Like, he was swerving and flying down. Never saw the red light, went right across the red light into the other lane of traffic, running about 60 miles an hour in head-on collision with a woman and her son sitting still. And he never slammed on the brakes. Like, we don't know if he passed out or if he was just that drunk, because when he never even got hurt. Well, a piece of the car went into her leg. The airbags went off. Something hit her son's face and like peeled some of his face off. She was hitting the leg. And so we were like, what the fuck, man? So people stop. We jump out. Me and him run over. And when we get there, he runs to the passenger side. I run to the driver's side. And the woman is screaming. And there is blood pouring out of her leg. And I'm like, holy shit. He's got her son and he's screaming, my mom's my mom. And they're screaming, the horn's blowing. There's smoke everywhere. The fucking horn's like wide open. The drunk guys fell out of the truck now. Like, what happened? What happened? All these people run up. So I look at my buddy and I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, she needs a tourniquet, like now. So I run back to the truck, grab my IFAC off, run back. My tourniquet wasn't staged. I didn't know anything. It was just in the thing. So I popped this bitch off. I got it on her up above where the cut was, which wasn't easy because the cut was really high on her thigh. So you have to go above where the bleeding is. So I got up there, I wrenched that shit down, and I told her, I said, man, this is going to hurt, but it's going to hurt real bad. And I went to twisting. And the more I twisted, the slower the blood got. And I got it to where it stopped. Locked the tourniquet in. I didn't write the time I put it on. I didn't even pay attention to the time. Like, I know you're supposed to write the time because it could hurt them. But at this point, I just didn't want the woman to die in front of her son. My buddy had ran and got his, so now he's got gauze on this kid's face, trying to slow the bleeding and hold his face while he's talking to him. And his mom's screaming. Well, I racked it the third time to where the blood stopped and she passed out. I tourniquet, then I took gauze and stuck on her leg, like to over by where the metal was, to try to see if I couldn't hold some of the bleeding. We're yelling for somebody to call 911. So a cop shows up next, and he's like, I'm like, hey man, she's bleeding. I put this tourniquet on. I don't even know how long ago. And he was like, was the bleeding stopped? And I was like, yes. She stopped. I said, she's passed out. The bleeding has slowed down enough to where it's not squirting all over me like it was. So the cops got there. They were like, okay, hold tight. The paramedics are coming. I was like, I'm not going to take my hand off till the paramedics come because I don't know if the bleeding is stopped, but I've got it under control right now. So the cop is like, all right, paramedics come up. They come running up. The paramedic takes over, takes his hand off. The bleeding's not near as bad as it was. It's sustaining her life at this point. The other guy comes up, gets my buddy. They tell us, hey, just go and sit. We need statements, blah, blah, blah. I thought I was going to be in trouble. Like, I'm so used to doing good shit for people and trying to help people and then getting in trouble for it that it's not even worth it, you know? But cops came, paramedics came. They took our reports. I had a massive adrenaline dump like I've never had before. I was so scared and freaked out, fucking threw up, shaking, crying, fucking just, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I was literally just shooting. And the city of Raleigh gave us a little award. And parents, people's family, I got to meet all of them, shook her hand, shook her husband's hand, gave her a hug, gave her son a hug. She thanked us. Like, the cops were like, bro, you did good. Like, ever since then, I carry medical. Like, you guys know me. This is what Twin carries. I don't have a full-blown IFAC that I carry every day, but I carry a tourniquet, a cravat, and compressed gauze. I do know now I carry a Sharpie to write what time I put the tourniquet on, and I have a write anywhere pen just because you never know when you need a pen. And it fits right in my cargo pocket of my camis that I wear most of the time. But this thing goes with me everywhere. And it's not a lot, but it's enough to get, you can make a sling if somebody broke their arm with the cravat. You got some gauze and you got a tourniquet. And, you know, even if it's not real bad bleeding, you can throw some of that compressed gauze, put the tourniquet on, and just tighten it down enough to hold the bleeding so you don't have to stand there. But yeah, this is something Twin carries every day. But yeah, that was one of the things. And I reached out to Refuge Medical to tell them, hey, you know, the stuff that you guys are selling is great. Were you trying to come over and you're going to have to come across? You're just going to sit over there with him? So I did that. They sent me a whole new Bear IFAC, the Bear 3.0 IFAC. And then they messaged me one day and was like, hey, would you like to be on our show explaining what you did to save these people? And I was like, I guess, you know, I don't know. I didn't want to get on there and act like I was being bragging about the shit. Cause I mean, that thing freaked me the fuck out. I ain't gonna lie, man. You think Twin thinks I think I'm a tough dude. I train, I do a lot of shit. But when you're really involved in something like that, all that shit goes out the window, man. You ain't even worried about being tough. You just know that if these people might die if you don't do it. So, and then like I said, man, I didn't put rubber gloves on and get all fucking technical. I didn't have time. Like this, when I talk about this shit was squirting, it was like take a thing of ketchup and squeeze every time your heart beats, and it squirted out. Like you could tell it was deep and it was fucked up. So that was, then that got me thinking. I was like, you kind of didn't know what you were doing. Like, what happened if your buddy just got fucked up and he's laying there with his arm blown off and he's pumping blood, and if you don't get that tourniquet on in like 30 seconds, he's gonna die. Then I started thinking, okay, well, you shoot all the time. You guys do the running and gunning and shit like that. No, and that's what the cop and the paramedic said. You know, they had time to get gloves on. And the paramedic was like, you know, you should get gloves on when you're touching people. I was like, bro, she was bleeding out. He's like, oh, no, I totally understand. He was like, you didn't have the time. He said, but just remember, try to keep a pair of gloves with you because you don't want somebody that might be sick and you get sick from them trying to help them. And I was like, dude, I just didn't have time. Like, I'm not going to sit there with your buddy dying or this woman dying in front of her kid and be like, oh, I got to put gloves on because I'm scared. I didn't even think about rubber gloves, man. At the time, I don't even think I had any in my IFAC. I don't carry any in this. This isn't what I should be carrying every day. I should have a better kit. I have a bunch of stuff, but I figured just for everyday carry, and stuff that I'm going to run into, like car accidents or I wasn't there, but I used to ride with these guys, and one of their guys hit a guardrail. I don't know how it happened, when it happened, or anything, but he lost his leg. They didn't have a tourniquet, so they used a belt. I told my buddies, I was like, y'all should just go buy a fucking $30 tourniquet. And get a little training with it, especially riding motorcycles. Loss of limbs is very possible in a motorcycle wreck. So I just threw this together out of some leftover stuff, put a rubber band around it so it stays in one thing, and it's better than nothing. You know what I mean? So I like this little kit. But I am going to get some from Homestead Medical and Jay. I want to get the Minuteman IFAC. I'd like to have a couple more boo-boo kits, and I definitely like to have a couple more Schlissmans. And I'd like to have the carrying case for the Schlissmans that Jay sells. You want me to carry more TQs? The last we took 2 before. All right, yeah. So when I'm in training, I have 4. Like when I'm doing the shit, the Minuteman shit, I have 4 tourniquets with me. 2 easily accessible, 2 in my pack. But yeah, I probably do need to throw another tourniquet on here. 1 is none, 2 is 1. Think about it like that. So, well, man, Justin, I go to Prepared Citizens or Homestead Medical. Those guys are great guys, man, and their kits are really, really reasonably priced, man, for what you get. Like, I'm a firm believer in medical now. After that, I used to be kind of sklimp on medical. I had an extensive first aid kit when I was first starting prepping, like the Patriot Nurse. I got on her channel, and for $50 you can get this, and for $100 you can get this. So we had a good extensive kit at home for like colds, diarrhea, allergies, shit like that, Band-Aids. And I never really thought about the tactical part of it. Started learning, hey man, you know, in war, if something happens, I carry an ankle kit that works. Oh yeah, so Seaside Short, what's up? Welcome. I saw you earlier. Forgot to say good morning. The ankle kit is the freaking way to go too. And who makes your ankle kit, if you don't mind me asking? My buddy and I both happen to carry one for EDC, but I have 4 extras in the car. Dude, I'm going to go ahead and put some more in. I don't know if I have any that I can spare right now. I have 4 in my kit, and Mama Bear's got 2 in hers. We're still working on Mama Bear's stuff. Rescue Essentials. I'll have to check them out. I'd like to have an ankle kit, man, especially when I'm not wearing, my nose is itching. Sorry, guys, it's the allergies. When I'm not wearing like my camis or something with cargo pants, this fills up my pocket pretty good. And I've been known to take it out of my pocket and just stick it in the truck, which if I'm in the truck, that's great. But I would like to have one that I could stick on my ankle when I'm wearing nice pants and I don't have the room for this. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. SOE Gear has one. Okay. SOE Gear from what everybody has told me, I've never owned a piece. The most expensive gear I own, guys, is Tactical Tailor, and I didn't pay for them. I got a couple pouches when I bought my Molly 2 backpack, and Light Fighter sent me a couple. So, yeah, I definitely would like to try some SOE gear. I just don't have the money. They have some good shit. Yeah, Justin, that's all I've ever done, man. You know, the pocket on the back of each driver's seat in our vehicle has a K-bar, rifle mag, and 420. Dude, that's a good idea. That is a very good idea. I was thinking about taking one, and so my truck doesn't have a pocket in the back seat, and I just got a little extended cab. It's like a Ford Ranger extended cab, got little airplane seats. And I do keep a backpack in there when I'm going like to Raleigh and Cary to work. I usually have something to at least get me home. But I saw a medical kit that you could put on like your headrest. Or I saw another thing that was a panel that went on the back of the seat and it had Molly. You could like Molly stuff in. Thought about getting something like that, but haven't really. And Justin, I get everything little by little. I cannot afford to go out and buy a brand new chest rig or a brand new rifle or anything. The one time of the year where I can do that is tax time. And this year my taxes were gone like that. But I did get a new camper. I did get a nice generator for storms. And if something happens down here or anything, is she puking?
No, she keeps biting the shit out of all of us.
She said, I'm a mean girl. What are you doing, mean butt? She said, Mama just kicked me off the bed. Yeah, like I said, man. So, Justin, just remember, a little bit at a time. That's how Mama Bear and I got our food. We'd spend $50, $60 this week or $50, $60 this week, and we would just put it up. We kept doing that, and we did it for so long that, I mean, it literally filled my washer and dryer pantry that we had in our old trailer was full. We couldn't put no more in there. It started leaking out into the living room, into our bedroom and stuff. You can ask my son on here. He knows. Alan will tell you, man, we've got like 3-4 years worth of food stored up. Yes, it's rice and beans. Yes, it's a lot of canned vegetables and fruits, a lot of canned meats like Spam, canned chicken, canned roast beef, canned pork. But in a survival situation, you'd be happy to have it. We got a little bit down here. We probably could make it, what do you say, 2 months? With just the beans and rice and the canned fruit and canned vegetables and a few cans of meat that we have here, we could probably make it 2 months. Plus, we have our chickens and our ducks, so we have a plethora of eggs. Plus, I live in the woods, but we can literally about get any kind of game within reason. So, and we got a little garden, which it's getting rained on now, so it needs it. But yeah, Justin, just do a little bit by little, man. Just a little bit, and anything is better than nothing. You know what I mean? If you can only get a couple months worth of food stored up, that'll give you a couple months of not having to worry for that few months to get something else going. You know, I try to keep, like I said, I got the chickens and the ducks. There's eggs. If it comes down to it, I have a few roosters and a couple male ducks that we don't need. I can literally eat them. It's just crazy. Like, what is it, baby? Who is that? Hi, she wants. Hi, baby.
Nobody wants to play.
Nobody wants to play. But yeah, just do a little bit, man. Anything's better than nothing, guys. And then not everybody is rich. None of us are rich. Like Twins trying to get rich off YouTube. Not really. But I would like YouTube to pay for the homestead stuff, though. That would be pretty lit. You know, I want to sign my homestead built by YouTube or something, but we're working on it. What town am I in? Who, me, Glory, or somebody else? Yes, exactly. Seaside. You're in the right place, man. Me and you think a lot alike. Yeah, so what started with me is I've always been a prepper. Since I was like 14, I had a little JanSport backpack with Band-Aids and ramen noodles and a little fixed blade knife. And my mom bought me a magazine for my birthday Easter one year. I am in Granville County, brother. I am in, might as well say Youngsville. I'm in Youngsville, North Carolina. So we were like, my mom saw it and all that shit, and she was like, man, she got me a fucking magazine called The American Survival Guide. I saw it for sale for a little while, but I think it's gone now. Well, I got that, and I started reading that, and I'm telling you what, man, that changed Twins' life. Like, I went full bore. I want to be a prepper, survivalist, bushcrafting, all that shit, and I went full bore on it. And I never really stopped. It's only gotten more expensive and more now. So... But yeah, that's how it got me started. But like he said, man, any kind of food you got saved up, it's better than nothing. And I say, man, you can go to Dollar. A lot of my preps honestly come from Dollar Tree. You can get a pound of beans, a pound of rice for $1.25, and a pound of beans with no meat will feed 10 to 13 people, 1 serving each. Now, if you add a pork chop or some chicken or whatever meat you have at that time to put into that, then the calorie intake and protein and all that go up. You can feed more people. So that's another thing about prepping that a lot of people don't think about. The servings per container. Like 1 can of beans can serve like 3 people. So 1 pound of rice can feed 10, 13 people, 10 people, 13 people. I can't remember what the bag says. Like a pound of beans is the same thing. And not only can you eat the beans, but a lot of the beans that you can get that are dry, or you can plant them and they can grow beans. So if you have the time, hey man, we got all these beans. Hey, throw a couple lines of those pintos in there. They pop. Now you got something to replenish what you've used. So I could get on here and talk about prepping and survival and shit like that all day, man. I literally live in a camper on a homestead, trying to get off the grid, trying to get as far away from people as we can. Like I said, most of all y'all know that. Like the new people, that don't know that we live in a camper and that we're trying to be off grid as much as we can. That's what Twin is doing. So, but yeah, and another thing that people, Mac, what is up, my brother? What is up? Good morning, my man. And another thing people don't think about is seasonings and salt, stuff like this. I'm going to tell you guys something. If you guys can get this where you guys live, this right here, this bone sucking sauce, this is the chicken. They make a Cajun one and a regular one. This shit right here is made in North Carolina. It is straight fire. And another one that Twin loves is this one. This shit right here smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. And it was $1.25. A lot of this stuff, now these aren't. These come from Food Line. These are like $7, but these little ones right here, Dollar Tree, $1.25. They have salt. Here's another one I got from Dollar Tree. It's a Kingsford garlic and herb seasoning. We buy a lot of this shit and we eat it, but we buy like 5 or 6 at a time. We'll put 2 back and we'll eat 3. So I'm going to get the new best one I had. Yes, I feel that one, dude. What happened with me, Justin, is I bought a bunch of gear when I was bigger. I was like 350 pounds. I've lost 100 and some pounds. That's why I had to buy a new battle belt. That's why I had to retry on all my gear and tighten up everything. The stuff that I haven't trained with in the last year, all was way too big. TMT, what's up, brother? Dude, TMT, I am a prepper before I was a Minuteman. But man, me and you need to do a live chat together just on prepping, brother. We could jump online and do a live and just get on prepping. Spice trade routes and wars. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't think about that, Mac. Yeah, and that's what I thought. You're going to already not be eating what you're used to. So you better make it taste good and make it palatable, because you're already going to be stressed. You're already going to be depressed, worried, on edge because there's something happening. At least make the food taste good. Like a lot of people, man, they got all this preps. And I'm like, well, man, where's your seasonings? Where's your hot sauce? Well, what do you mean? I'm like, you're going to eat plain ass rice and beans? Like that shit's going to get old, and it's going to get old real fucking fast. This one, Pilgrim. Yeah, this is really good. And don't be scared to try. I mean, I got a whole bunch. Here's onion powder. Like this is $1.25, guys, and this thing right here has 71 servings in it. So, and it just tastes good. Homestead, that would be fucking awesome, brother. Hey, put my email up. Homestead, I don't know if you got my email. DB, what is up, bro? Can you put my Homestead Medical? Mama Bear is going to put my email up. I don't know if you already have it, but if you don't, she'll put it up, and just give me an email, brother. I'd love to rep some shit, man. Like I said, man, I run a chainsaw a lot. Yep, got you, brother. There she is, right under it. Shoot me an email, man. Anybody wants to shoot an email to me, I'll send you my number. Anytime you guys want to just shoot the shit about anything.
That's pretty smart to have a chainsaw make it.
Yeah.
Why haven't we thought about that?
I have one. Oh. I fucking have one that I carry, but it's not designated for. Oh, I mean, why? When I have a brother like that already has them, if somebody wants, I can just point them in the direction. Savage, what's up? Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you need twice as much rice for every pound of beans because you'll be using rice. Yep. I probably got 800 pounds of rice. maybe more now because we've been
No,
buying it.
we have way more than that now. We have way more than that in beans too.
Yeah, we have a lot of beans and rice, guys. Like if I have, the big, huge, not the small totes, but the big, like 4 or 5 foot ones. I have 4 of those full of nothing but beans and rice. They're all vacuum sealed up and they have oxygen absorbers in them. And I put them in these crates and then seal the crate. I know I need to redo it because we haven't done it in 2 years. The last time we did it, we had about 3.5 to 4 years worth of food stored up. But we have ate some, rotated our stock. We've ate some and not put it back. But we've also bought a lot more to store down here. We store. And the thing about me is too, I don't just store for my family. I know if a fucking situation arises, somebody's gonna come up and they're gonna want to fucking eat. And if it's a baby or a kid or something, Twin's not gonna be an asshole and be like, "Get off, man! I'm gonna kill everybody." I just prep extra. You're gonna want to stock pink salt and sea salt because I have Himalayan pink salt, I have sea salt and kosher salt. We have iodized salt, but I don't have as much of that as I do the pink and the kosher. Table salt. So I prefer the kosher and the sea salt over the iodized salt anyways. We don't eat a lot of that. And I like the pink Himalayan sea salt. And Dollar Tree has small bags of it for $1.25. So we have tons of that shit, Never been so hungry. So he said, our supply trucks kept getting blown up en route to our forward operating base. In a couple of months in Iraq, we were almost 100% of food. We bought chickens, goats, anything that. Yeah, I'm sure, dude. For sure helps with high. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the iodized salt has been stripped. Your body won't get. Yeah, see, it doesn't taste the same. Like my personal favorite is the kosher salt. I like the kosher salt for some reason. I like when you grab it. I get it in a container. We can just sprinkle it. It's thick and crystally. It's not like powder like iodized salt. Like we have some, but tins of wheat for seed. Yeah, hell yeah. I do, but like the people on the chat are saying, if you're in a survival situation, you're gonna have to have it. You're sweating, salt. You got to have it to stay hydrated. But yeah, like seeds. I have. Oh no shit. Hell yeah, brother. When I get off the live chat, I'll email you back, brother. Thank you, man. That is freaking awesome. But forgot what I was going with that. Damn, that just left me. Hey, I appreciate it, brother. Like more than you know, man.
I like the sea salt
has more
because the pink salt. You gotta be careful what you get with pink salt because there's not just pink salt.
Yeah, Mama Bear and I learned something one day. So we took some of the pink Himalayan sea salt from Dollar Tree, and I don't remember what we were making. So Mama Bear put the salt in the water and was stirring it, and all of it disintegrated almost. There was tiny little pebbles in the salt. So you got to be careful with that too. Try to get a higher brand that has been purified more, because I have noticed that some of that shit, she was stirring it up and you could still see stuff floating in it. Fatty Westside, what's up, my brother?
Good morning, Fatty.
But we get a lot of stuff. We try to, when we buy spices, we try to buy a couple for us to eat, a couple to put back. I have a whole big, it's not a huge crate, but it's a tote full of spices, salt, peppers, garlic, all that stuff. I just want to eat decent, and I want my food to taste good when I'm eating it. I can understand being so hungry that you wolf down anything, because I have been like that. But yeah, it's just get some spices. And another thing that we try to start saving too is bags of tobacco. It's like Chief or something. It's big bags. I don't know how many pounds it is, but I'm thinking you can get a bunch of cigarettes out of it. I get some of those to put back in some tubes. They're like unrolled cigarettes. You can pack them, I guess. I know they make a machine that you put tobacco in and push it, and it pushes it in. I have a little one. It's a tiny little fucker that you can do like one cigarette at a time. I just thought when people, I dip. I don't smoke cigarettes, so I dip. So if I can make some cigarettes, plus little airplane bottles of whiskey, maybe they're not hungry, but they want a shot of whiskey and a cigarette, because, you guys know when it's crappy and you're stressed, you're going to want to smoke and drink. So anything like that too. Focus on variety. Food fatigue is a real thing and it will fuck you up. Yeah, definitely. So we got the beans, the rice, we got canned vegetables, all kinds, canned meat, everything like Spam, roast beef, pork, white chicken cans. We get fruit, all different kinds of fruit, mixed fruit, peaches, pears, all canned stuff, applesauce, anything that we can keep. We get cans of applesauce. And yes, if the date's over, it's okay. If they're a year or two over, you're not going to die from food poisoning. Just be smart. When you pick a can up and it's swollen, or when you open it and it smells funky, don't eat it. So I also have the small bottle of alcohol for trade. Yes, cigarettes and alcohol, man. People are going to want it. Like, it's crazy. Back in the day when I smoked, I used to use those rollers. Hell yeah.
Good morning, Seven Stone.
Yeah, I mean, hey, did y'all ever hear the story? Who did it? I want to say Mr. Ballin, or it might have been Mr. Ballin. Did the story where the special forces guys in Afghanistan got attacked by a giant and it killed 2 guys. And I don't know, it's one of those. Look up Mr. Ballin on YouTube. And but yeah, that was crazy. I think I'm a descendant from the giant. No, I'm just twins just freakishly big, guys. Me and Glory are just freakishly big, but maybe we were descendants from the giants in the Bible. Who knows? 7 Stone, my brother. What is up? So, but yeah, Fatty, I tried to send that H2 buffer back, but they had already sent it off because Ben sent me one. I could got 2 for the price of mine, but I'm kind of sticking with the BCM stuff. I need to get a new full auto bolt carrier group when money picks back up so I can put it in the Smith & Wesson, because mine's got one already. I'm just going to put the BCM in my gun and then switch everything that's in my gun to Mama's gun, and we're going to put the super safety in it. And I want to shoot the one with 10.5, 11.5 inch barrel with a super safety. That bitch is going to be a flamethrower, but it'll be better for Mama. She can maneuver that gun a whole lot better. So,
Mama short.
he said, "What's up, Prepared Citizens? Great to see you here, brother."
Good morning, Prepared.
Yeah, Mr. Ballin is cool, dude.
I love Ballin.
Mr. Ballin is cool.
Him all day.
Yeah, and he's got some fucking stories that just makes you think, bro. I'm like, dang, man.
Usually when I get into my deep clean, that's when I put my headphones on and I put him on and I go to it.
Yeah, he's got some wild stories. But that one story that he was telling about the giants, they said there was a special forces unit that was in the mountains of Afghanistan doing like tunnel work, and like a fucking giant came out, killed 2 people, and I think did they kill him or it, or I think they killed it. I don't remember the whole story, but
exactly, Prepared.
He said I'm the bastard baby that the giants discarded and I survived. Wouldn't that be some shit, man? Oh hell yeah, Gore. Can you message me that on Discord? Because the guys all right. Thank you, brother. He already fucking sent it. Yeah, because I've been looking around here too. The problem with the job in Raleigh was I'm driving an hour and a half every day one way, and my truck's not all that great. Like, it's good for local stuff around town, but all the way to Raleigh, that stop and go, it makes my brakes go out. So I came home the other day, didn't even know. Mama Bear went to drive the truck up the road and there was no brakes. I had to go out, put fluid in it, and usually it lasts me about 2 months, but back and forth, downshifting and shit. Good, I'll fucking apply for every single one. And yeah, it was hard to drive through Raleigh, and then the guys were just like, I don't know, I didn't feel, when you work someplace or you go someplace, you kind of just feel like you're the outsider. Even though I'm trying to be friendly and talk to these guys, they kind of just put me off as like a helper. And so worked, and I told the guy, I called him, I was like, hey man, I know we're not working Monday. What's up with this week? Have they got the mold out? He was like, I don't know. He was like, I've talked to the guy. He said they're coming in a couple more days. He was like, so I was like, okay. And then another guy called me, True Love, Mike True Love. I work for him off and on. He's a paint contractor. He texted me or called me the other day, and I called him back and never got it. He never called me back. So I don't know if he found somebody, but he works at Peace College in Raleigh. That's like a 45-minute drive. So I wouldn't mind going down there, but that drive through Raleigh every day is, and
thank you, Glory.
Yes. Thank you, brother. Like, I've been looking, I get on Craigslist. Craigslist is a lot of like warehouse work and delivery drivers and stuff. I get on the paint company. I've called like 3 or 4 paint companies, text them, emailed them, never got any messages and stuff back, but I'll definitely will apply for every fucking job. And I have experience more than just painting. I can carpentry, sheetrock, finishing, hanging, little minor electrical stuff. I used to do electrical work. I could hang ceiling fans, lights, change light sockets. Kind of can wire a house to a point. Like I don't know everything, but I know a little bit. Plumbing, I know a little bit about plumbing. Heating and air, I don't know really much about. When I first got out of school and started working, I had a job doing heating and air for like a year and a half, but I got tired of climbing under houses. That was a bitch when you're 6'9", laying on your back trying to pull flex, and like it was just too much, man. I mean, Raleigh, so depending on what part of Raleigh, that's the problem, guys. Where I live isn't a very big town. It's bigger than it used to be, but it's not as big as Raleigh. So most everybody who lives here works in Raleigh. My truck just ain't capable of doing it, sustained doing it. And like I told Mama Bear, if I kill the truck trying to get back and forth to work, that fucks us up bad. No water, no store trips, no nothing. So I'm trying to find something closer, but if I have to go to Raleigh, I just have to go to Raleigh. I mean, there's just nothing I can do. Yeah, I can do it. I can change the ceiling fan without a ladder. Most of the time. It's almost my birthday. Hey, Zamir, I ain't seen him in a minute. Welcome back, man.
Well, happy almost
birthday. Happy almost your birthday, bro. So, Savage, I have these. We have 10 of these. And we go to my daughter's husband's parents' house, which is about a mile up the road, and we fill them whenever we need them. We carry them all down about 60 yards down to the thing. So
Mama fills them.
Ohio, what's up?
Carries
yeah, Mama fills them, and I carry them down. So I'll go help her fill them sometimes, but it's a chance to go see. Oh, birthday is May 29th. Well, happy birthday, man. May 29th.
2 more days.
Yep. So we just fill those up. They're 5 gallons at a time, and we got 10 of them. And we have the creek and the pond too. And for the ducks and chickens, we usually just get water out of the creek for them, get the clean stuff, filter it out a little bit, and give it to the ducks. Fills their pools and they swim around, because ducks are nasty fuckers. You fill their pool with and it takes probably 40 gallons of water to fill the 2 pools, and within an hour it's shit and they're fucking swimming dirty and stuff, but they don't mind. So we go out and dump it, and then when it rains, we collect the water for the pools and whatnot. But the dogs get water out of the barrels. We get to take a bath. We heat a pot of water up on our gas stove and pour it in a thing. Yeah, they're gross, man. If I'd have known how bad they were when I got them, I wouldn't have got them. I would have never got ducks, but they're here now. So, to take a bath, what we do, we got a crate, one of the totes. We heat up a pan of water, like boiling hot, and then we dump in all the rest of the water, and it makes it nice and warm. We just take a cup and wash our hair and do all that stuff. So it works. Yeah, the chickens are too, man. But the chickens aren't as bad as the ducks, but they're still nasty. But they make some good compost for us.
They're nasty, but I love my chickens.
Yeah, we love the chickens, and they feed us, man. I've never had a geese. I've never had any geese or anything.
I will never have a geese.
The ducks are enough. And everybody that I've talked to, ducks, man, they're friendly. They'll follow you around. Ours fucking hate us. And I got them when they were little bitty things, and we played with them and everything, and they just hate us. But they give us eggs, and there's a couple male ducks in there that could give us a meal or two. You know what I mean? So
and I got the 2 picked out.
Yep, we already got the 2 picked out. He said, I hate when sparrows get into mulberries, just purple shit everywhere.
Oh, I bet.
We have some, I don't think they're mulberries, but we have berries down here that you can tell the birds been eating them because there's purple shit all over my truck.
That's why Mama covers her.
He said, becoming dangerous, said geese are like snapping turtles with feathers.
They are, that is
dude, so I got a story. I'll tell y'all. Hold on.
What's the apartment in Raleigh that has the pond with the fountain in it?
Yeah, that had all the ducks, geese, and
yeah,
geese.
We lived there when we first moved here, and Mom took us down to walk around the pond, and there was 3 geese. So my brother was like, "Let's go." So we took them bread and started feeding them.
They'll chase your ass down.
Bastards attacked my brother. I thought it was great, but
so
he didn't.
Twin used to gorilla farm some of the little happy plants. So I lived in this place, Green Hill Road. And there's about 1,000 acres behind us. This was years ago. Well, there was we used to walk and fishing and doing beaver dams and trails and shit. I was in my 20s, before I had Alan and them. I had a bunch of pot plants growing. Well, I put them way down in the woods by this beaver pond, thinking I could get water from the beaver pond and a little creek down there to water. Well, I walked down and I had to cross this little beaver dam that was built in the middle of the creek, but it would hold your weight. Well, dead center of it was a Canadian goose nest. The mom and daddy were there, and they had a fucking egg, a big old egg. Well, I used to carry a little single shot 12 gauge, little sawed off 12 gauge shotgun. Just snake shot, bird shot, nothing to kill anything. It was just something if I saw a snake or just I had something in the woods that shot. Pocket full of shells if I needed. Well, I'm walking down there that day, and these motherfuckers would swim off, and I'd let me cross, and then I'd go. Well, a couple times they flapped their wings and hawked at me and shit. And I was just like, I'd run across real quick so they wouldn't chase me. And this went on for like a month or two. I'd go down every couple of days to check on the plants, make sure everything was okay. But I had to cross that one spot just because of where my plants were. And one day I went down, and the shell was cracked, and they were gone. And I was like, well, damn. Like, I got almost accustomed to dealing with them. They got used to me after a while. They'd see me. They would just swim off. They wouldn't quack or nothing. They know I won't hurt nothing. I walked right across, went up and did my thing. And I was like, these little son of bitches are going to get me one day. So I came back, and I was watching them for like a month or two. I don't know. And I think I was gone for a week or so because it rained a bunch, and I didn't want to walk down if there's no reason to water them. And walked down, was checking it, and then little baby was gone. Yeah, fucking poachers, man. Have a good one, brother. Take care, fatty. But yeah, that was my little run-in with them. And I lived in Apex. There was a bunch of them out there. In the city all the time. People would have to stop. I was driving through Cary the other day, and on Cary Parkway, almost to the job, and we're coming around a turn, and everybody slams on the brakes because there was a mom and a dad and two little baby geese walking across real quick. So, fucking poachers, man.
Read savages.
I was at the VA hospital, and geese were just running up on the veterans fishing and biting. And pet me. I clocked it hard, honked. Everyone cheered. He the goose knocker outer. There was a junkyard back home that kept geese. Dude, I bet. Hey, good morning, Practical Rifleman. What is up, my brother? Thanks for joining me, man. I just commented on one of his shit the other day. Hey, this is another channel. If y'all haven't checked out the Practical Rifleman, jump on his shit. Give him a sub. Tell him Twins sent you.
Good morning.
Yeah, that was the Canadian geese. I've never dealt with any. Well, my buddy had geese, but they wouldn't come running up on me. I watched him chase his son down one day. He went and got eggs, I guess, from the chickens and stuff, and I watched this big, tall white goose chase his ass down and beat the fuck out of him. He was flapping his wings, and that damn little kid was trying to run. My buddy was laughing. And I'm just like, damn, that goose is going to kill your kid, bro. He's fucking him up. He's like, no, he does that all the time. I'm like, dang, brother. Oh, anytime, man. Anytime. Tell him Twins sent you. Go hit him up. Good channel. Great channel, man. Especially when it comes to fucking trench grenade. Fucking, I'm not going to get started on that here. Because Twin doesn't push the drama like that, but. Beware the cobra chicken. Yes, that is it, motto. The cobra chicken, baby. No, fuck those Canadian geese. Fucking Canadians. He said, we even hate them. Dude, I mean, I get it, dude, but those little fuckers are excessively mean. Like, he said, we even hate them here. That's why y'all send them down here, so they beat up the Americans. They're just aggressive, dude.
Did you read what Motor Mining?
Oh yeah, he said fucking, yeah, that's why I read it. Hell yeah, fucking cobra chickens, cobra birds. He said, you're talking to one. Yep, the Canadians send them down here, guys, just so they beat us up. Adrian, my brother Adrian is from Canada too, man. He's up in Canada. So he's, oh damn. Hell yeah. Dude, my wife just checked your channel out, bro. I'm definitely going to check you out, man. My only goose story. I'm not sure if it's a statute of limitations. Oh, I don't know, bro, but you feel free. Just know. Yeah, I've heard geese. So one of my buddies said they're kind of greasy. Like they're like, you know how like ducks are like dark meat and kind of greasy? He said a goose is the same. I've never ate one. I've only had duck a few times. Yeah, that's what my buddy was saying. He said they're greasy. But if you like that kind of stuff, like a dark meat and shit. But I want to hear Practical Rifleman now. Not a fan. My buddy hunts them all the time. Yeah, so I never, like, hunting them here is weird. Like, I've never been geese hunting. I've only been duck hunting one time. And we left at like 3 a.m. to go walk through fucking waist deep cold water with waders on to stand in waist deep cold water and wait for these ducks to come flying down so we could shoot them. And I wasn't a fan. I'd rather be in a tree stand or up in a fucking bush stand or something like that. We used to have our butcher make beef. Oh, that'd probably be good. I had a labor growing up that chased over the hill after a goose. When I heard it yip, he came back hauling ass over the hill with a goose chasing him down. The lab, he had a lab, got attacked by a goose. I wonder what would happen if we had one and they went after one of our dogs. They'd probably freak the dogs out.
No, I think Sniper would kill
Well,
it.
Sniper would, D would, but some of them would probably just try to run.
Yeah, or play with it.
I got some pits that are not, they don't know that they're pit bulls. They don't know that they're strong. They little things chase them, they freak out. Goose and duck traps is the way to go. So, I mean, it was fun duck hunting. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love anything that puts me in the woods. But it was cold and, well, we had waders, so we were warm, and I dressed appropriately, but it was just like, damn, that's a lot. Goose tastes more gaming, yeah. Sandhill crane, filet mignon of the sky. So, there's my buddy and them were doing, so a buddy of mine, he's a big duck hunter, bird hunter, period. He don't really care for deer hunting. He'd rather be in the woods hunting birds. Turkeys, doves, pheasant, everything. They go to the east of the eastern part of Carolina and hunt something out there, swans or crane. I don't know, that something out there that they hunt. It's a specific season for it, of course. But they go out. He has a really nice boat. It's a camouflage boat that you can like stand on. It's got big like blind thing netting on the side. They go down there and hunt it like crazy. It's only a specific year, of course, you know, and I think you have to have special ticket tags for it, like the duck stamps and stuff. And I think if you get a banded one, you get like a prize or something. I don't know. He wanted me to go one time. I couldn't make it. Too much vodka last night. My stomach says, don't ask. Hey, believe it or not, Twin didn't even drink alcohol yesterday. I ran out of money and no beer, no dip, no nothing. So we didn't even celebrate Memorial Day. We didn't have anything to cook. We ran out of food. So we had rice and beans. So I guess that's a really good, it was pinto beans and rice with a can of canned beef in it. And I guess out of everything, it was Memorial Day. We didn't cook hot dogs or steaks or anything like that. We had an old prepper meal, but hey, it's good. Gold puts me in the bush. Fishing puts me in the ocean. I love fishing for wingcod. I've never heard of that. Dude, I'd love to go gold hunt, man. Get that gold fever, buddy.
I've done that before. Not like.
I would love to try it though, man.
You know,
Like,
if
that
we
would
were
be
like
pretty dope.
somewhere where you can actually find it.
Oh yeah, like,
well,
a friend of mine, he passed away a few years ago. He had a heart attack deer hunting, and he lived in South Dakota and would find like gold flakes all the time. He panned like rivers and creeks and stuff, move rocks, shit. He had a bunch of little vials of tons of gold flake.
I did. We lost. In West Virginia, behind the house.
Oh yeah, I'm sure any place like that.
We used to, as kids, we always got in trouble because they were like, "What are you doing?" Well, we would take grandma's bowls or sifters
Go out there and mine
and go out
gold.
there and try. Yeah.
I'm just like being in the woods.
This year we're going hunting.
Something. I've panned for it in Washington, Idaho, but never had any luck. Yeah, I've thought about trying it and like to go to like my sister's house in the mountains, maybe hit a creek up by her house or whatnot, but I've never had any luck. But I've watched a lot of people that panned, and I watched a guy on YouTube and he was panning for it. He found a couple little nuggets and chunks, and I mean, that's pretty cool, man. No shit, possibly 8 or 10 years. No shit. Yeah, we didn't have a dog, unfortunately. We had to, but we were in a really small swamp, like we could walk out. But my buddy's labs are duck hunting dogs, and they love that shit, man. When he says load up and they got their little vest on, they know what time it is, bro. And they go out there, and I've seen them dogs swim way out, grab a duck and swim way back, come over, drop it right in front of them. It's like, man. I was like, how did you do that? He was like, a lot of money and a lot of training. He said, but you got to get good dogs too. Just like anything else, the better the bloodline for that particular use for the dog is. What's up? Scrape the cracks of the bedrock. No shit. Okay, I'm gonna check your channel out, bro. So Mama Bear showed it to me, man, and I saw the big old gold. So yeah, the bedrock and shit. Hell yeah. No shit, beagles. Nah, beagles are fucking. I know an old black man, Mr. Lewis. I've been rabbit hunting with him a couple times. He's got like 50 beagles, and when them little fuckers hit the ground, boy, they go to howling and they running. There's rabbits coming out of the brood, man. They're running everywhere. That was the first time I ever shot a Frenchie shotgun, 20 gauge Frenchie semi-auto. That was a really, 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 really nice shotgun. We found a lot of Indian artifacts. That would be freaking awesome, dude.
Oh, savage.
Ohio, we do that here too. My buddy is quack addicted. My buddy is. He says it would have been cheaper for big crack addicted. I'm telling you, man. There are people who hunt with hounds here. They have special little kennels. Yep. We get a lot of people run dogs here. I've never been a dog hunter like that, running the dogs and shit like that. But I got buddies that have some walker hounds and shit that are great at that shit. Where we hunt sometimes it's a game lane. It's like a swamp, and it's like the bottom. So everything is running downhill to it. Of course, it's a swamp. So we got deer stands in there, and we sit up in there with shotguns, and all around us is hunting clubs. So when they turn their dogs out, all the deer run to the swamp. So we're sitting in the swamp with the shotguns. So the last time I went, I shot a doe. Tape it to the toe.
Yeah, he fucked his toe up with us.
Oh, the vodka.
Took the skin off of it.
Hell yeah, that is cool, man. Like I've seen dogs, buddy. I mean, my pit bull's bloodlines come from hog hunting dogs, not the great grandparents were fighting dogs, but of course now we don't do that. So my buddy that I got pups from, all his dogs are hog hunting dogs, so they got that blood in them. I've never wanted to go dog hunting just because I don't see it as. I mean, if you're gonna hunt, do whatever makes you happy. If you want to run dogs, I'm not saying it's not good. I just don't prefer to eat the meat that's been chased for 3 hours and they're fucking scared and full of adrenaline and they taste like shit. I'd rather the deer just come strolling out thinking he's going to get a piece of corn out of my corn pile and I just drop him where he stood. They don't know what hit him. It's quick and easy, and they don't taste like shit because they're not scared. When an animal is scared, adrenaline's flowing. It makes the meat crappy. Like, he said I broke every toe. Oh, I used to, be bad about stubbing my toes walking around the house. Now, hunting boar and shit with dogs would be fun, like wild boar and stuff, but the deer just don't taste good after you pop them. The adrenaline and shit flowing through them. Yeah, it tastes gamey, which some people like the gamey taste. I prefer, when I hunt, I just don't hunt to kill a deer. I hunt to be in the woods. I hunt to be in the woods, to be away from everything and have quiet time. I don't sit on my cell phone and bullshit through there. I mean, I will take some pictures and videos, but I usually have a backpack with some snacks. And all, man, when I go with my buddy Steve, we literally go out at 4 a.m. and I don't get home till after dark. And you eat lunch in the tree stand, you do everything. Sometimes we'll get out of the tree stand, walk up to the trucks, eat a hot lunch, bullshit for a minute, smoke up, drink a beer or whatever. But I usually just keep snacks with me, and we sit in the deer stand all day. That's the way I like to hunt. Kick the chainsaw to the floor.
Damn. Read that.
Damn it, son. Ugh. My chainsaw sitting behind me. You speaking of chainsaw? Yep, I hunt to fill my freezers. Like, deer meat is the best, man. Like, I love it. But I mean, I love it. It's food. It's extra food for the family, and it's really good for you. But it's a lot of my quiet zen time too, man. Like when you have a bad day at work, I've never had a bad day sitting in a tree stand, man. Whether it's raining, snowing, pissing rain on me, or windy, or cold, or beautiful and sunny, I've never had a bad day hunting. When it was quiet, I used to hunt hog with a knife and a tomahawk. I run barefoot with my dogs. Damn. Yeah, I got buddies, man. They run up and they get pit bulls to hold them, and they run up with big ass Bowie knives and stab them, spears, fucking all kinds of shit, man. That knife I'm sending you, Justin, will be good for that. That motherfucker's that long. That's a long ass knife, and it's got that paracord handle, so it don't make it slick. What do I eat in the bush? MREs. We'll make our own MREs. Where if I'm rucking, I like fast energy, like gummy bears, peanuts, stuff like that. Mostly MREs, stuff like that. Last time I went hunting, I just made a big pot of chili, so I took a big thermos full of hot chili and just kind of snacked on it. So, damn. Susie Q, good morning.
Good morning, Susie.
Piece of fun you say that, Savage. I was just talking to an ER nurse the other day. They didn't know what quick clot or clot's a.
And that's ridiculous, because
I heard something about quick clot.
It is.
I don't have like the rip and pour quick clot that like powder form. I heard that if you put that on somebody, they have to cut it out. So if you dump it on a wound and it clots it up, they have to cut all that stuff out. Now I do have the gauze that has the bleeding stop stuff in it. The combat gauze, I got a bunch of that stuff. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Oh, she said part of the reason for that is it's not technically approved. Solox. Quick clot doesn't work with people on blood thinners. Oh, no shit. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Oh, they don't make it to powder form anymore. See, I heard that if you dump the powder shit on somebody, they had to like cut it out in surgery. So I was like, man, do I want to keep that? I had 2 packs of the white. I might can show you if I can find my big ass first aid kit.
Wow, Savage, that's messed up.
There it is. This is my big first aid kit. Need that. Let's see if I got any in here. I made this first aid kit. This is just a large Condor IFAC, I guess. This isn't an IFAC. This is just, I usually keep it in my pack, but I took it out the other day because we needed something out of it. But I think I have some of this shit in there. But yeah, this is pretty extensive first aid kit. See, I even got chest seals in here. This shit. It's like a powder for all my, yeah. I got this from Walmart. It's still good. Expires February of 2026. But I heard you can't. It's quick clot cauterizes burns the surrounding skin, which has to be. Yes, that's what I thought. That's what I heard. But I only got these 2 packs of it, and I probably would never even use them. Like now that I know you can use a tourniquet and compression gauze, that's.
You can't use it on the torso or.
Oh shit. But yeah, this is just got a tourniquet in here, just all kinds of stuff, man. This has got, like you guys, like I said, it's a pretty extensive first aid kit. It's got a little trauma stuff in it, but it's mostly for like cuts and scrapes and stuff like that. Like nothing, this is, I got Tylenol, ibuprofen, I got space blankets, gloves, ace bandages, little shit like that. Neosporin, just for cuts and stuff like that. So I figured it'd be better than, right there. But yeah, it'll work. I mean, it's just something. And I got this other little one that's just got a whole bunch of different stuff in it. Just a mixture of shit. I just threw it in there. Gauze. And I got moleskin stuff for, if you ruck, y'all know it's moleskin for, foot. Rolaids. I got these little steri strips for like stitches. Doing little steri strip shit. And yes, condoms in there. There's more for just that. Biofreeze. I know it's just a gel and it smells like freaking you're an old 80-year-old person, but if you're rucking and you got a sore knee or something, this shit really does help.
You have tampons.
I have tampons. I have all kinds of stuff in here. Yeah. Yeah, I have 3 or 4 of them. Like just stuff that you might need in the field, man. Not everybody thinks, everybody thinks the trauma medicine, but it's not always going to be a traumatic event. You might just need a fucking Band-Aid. You know what I mean? So that's what this kit is for. Yes, it's got some trauma stuff in it. Yes, it's got extra shit that I probably will never use, but like Rolaids, antacid, diarrhea medicine, ibuprofen. It's got some vitamins in it, stuff like that. Do you ever wear safety glasses in the bush? All the time. All the time. Because especially if you're running night vision, always, especially at night, wear safety glasses. You could be walking and catch a freaking branch in the eye and you're going to be out. That's the end of that. So, but yeah, I got a couple, I have clear and, I've got clear and like sunglass safety glasses. You fucking shooting all that shit, especially shooting suppressed. I always wear safety glasses when I shoot my brother Lee's rifle because you get a lot of shit in your face. So
Justin, I heard that if you do that and then roast them and make them salty, they're really, really good.
Oh no shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, I keep meds, but I have trauma stuff too. Like it could be a trauma wound, it could be something, but keep some Band-Aids and some Neosporin and shit like that. Cause you're probably going to use that a whole lot faster than you're going to use the fucking chest seals and shit. So mushrooms as well. I know what to look for season. Hell, ivermectin. Oh, I have ivermectin. We got a tube right there, don't we? Let me see it. Let me see it. Yes, ma'am, Miss Susie Q. You already know. Twins got his. This stuff right here, right there. We take it, we give it to the dogs. We wormed our puppies with it. Like, and the puppies, man, within the next day, they had no worms. And it just takes just a little tiny freaking bit. You just stick it in the back of the mouth, they swallow it, and they're good to go.
Oh my God, you should have seen the worms that came out.
They actually make finger and toe tourniquets now. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I mean, damn. I mean, I've seen motherfuckers hack their fucking finger half off, you know, in work. Cut your finger. Horse paste. It is, dude. But it does work good for worming puppies, man, and keeping shit out of us. I was working with a guy, and I don't believe the whole 19 crap, you know, from 2020. But one of the guys that I was working for came in and was like, hey, everybody go get tests. Me and the old lady tested positive for the C19. And I was like, wow, you told us that after we finished the job? I came home, I felt fine. Took about the size of an eraser, popped that shit in, and never got sick. So.
No, don't be sorry for saying that, Susie.
No, hell no. Shit, put the word out. It helps. If it helps people, let's do it. That's why Twin make this channel. I didn't do it to become a YouTube operator.
Your knowledge is for everybody else.
I did this because what little bit of knowledge I have, if I could pass on to somebody else that has no knowledge, and at least get them started in their journey. That's why Twin started his YouTube channel. I started with not intentions of getting big or doing anything like this, but to help people that didn't know, and that you can do it on a budget. I am dirt poor. I live third world in a first world country, and I can still scrape up enough money to get some medical supplies, some food and water put back, and some gear. Like, it doesn't have to, even if, like I said, all you have is a shotgun, make it work. If all you have is a 22, make it work. All you have, if you have millions of dollars, I can show you what to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, hell, and it helps. He said, nah, if you have beef curtains, that's a different. I don't think they make beef curtain tourniquets yet. And what were you doing to get that thing to start bleeding?
Lord have mercy.
That is funny. That is funny. Hey, you want to come take chat for 1 second so I can? Oh, I gotta pee. It's all right.
Okay, I'm coming.
No, it's all right. I got it.
Oh, okay.
I got it. I'm gonna hit the restroom right quick, guys. Hold on. Here, come across.
I'm gonna show y'all that I'm here.
Yeah, just shoot across.
Okay. Hold on.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going across. They finally all went to sleep, huh?
Yeah, finally. Good morning, y'all. Justin, can you do me a favor and can you email or text Justin, Twin, how to do the acorns? I just literally saw a video on that the other day. The woman I watch in Hawaii.
You just gotta break them down, boil them, and break them down.
I want to know the detail. I want to know how to do it. But anyways, this woman who lives in Hawaii, she always talks about the cocoa. So she shows you how to cut the cocoa, eat the cocoa, cook, you know. Anyway, so.
Snort the cocoa.
Hey. Running through a cornfield will make you rethink your decisions.
That might
be yeah. Good morning, horsepower. I cannot talk today. Horsepower coffee. I didn't sleep good last night. I'm sorry. Like an old family hillbilly remedy for bee stings, put one on it after you get stung.
I always heard for bee stings you put the back on it.
Then wash it off with mud. Not hard and it pulls out the sting. I've heard that way, and then I've also heard the tobacco way, and then I've also heard if you take the honeycomb from honey and do the
honey is a fucking very, very good.
Me too, dangerous.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be great? Bye, y'all.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Had to blow the snot too. I feel a lot better than I did, but my nose is still. I don't know if it was allergies or if I just got like a little bug. Dude, I'm telling you, becoming dangerous. We went on a last ruck we went on. I had one on me. Got home. I usually search, but I was like, well, I was in a hurry. We had to go. We had a little MRE date. We went and did all that stuff. Came back, and I had one right where my belt. A lot of people say to spray your clothes with like, what is that, chlorothrene, whatever it is. Spray them down, let them dry, and the ticks won't get on you. But North Carolina is fucking horrible for them. Like, I hate them. I hate those little bastards. Yeah, they do. And I pulled one off Sassy. I didn't realize she had one on her neck, and I got it off of her, pulled it real and got it out. But she had a bump on her neck. She still has a little sore on her neck from it.
They love meat,
Yeah.
and it's hard to find them on me because I got so many freaking things.
I get ticks in some of my wetsuit once. I found it once I got out of the water. He had just well drowned, but I still had to fight. Yeah, them motherfuckers are tough. Hell yeah, dude. I'm trying to learn more about the plants and natural remedies and stuff, especially in North Carolina, because there is a lot. Like, there's a lot of them, you know, like fresh pine needles have more vitamin C than an orange if you boil them down. I watched a guy, an old Native American guy, that took acorns and like boiled them down to get the acid out of them and then roasted them, and he was put some salt on them and was snacking on them like peanuts. So my lady is a dog groomer. She deals with ticks daily. She said it really, really bad. Yeah. Savage. So we have a fucking flea infestation. This is for 3 years I've been on this property. Our dogs never had fleas until this year. And we had one dog that was so fucking infested, we had to give her a bath twice, comb her, and then put stuff all on her. She's fine now. But now all my other dogs, my dog, one of my tricolor blue dogs, Liberty, her fur is off because of them. I've gave her fucking flea meds. I got collars for the puppies, but we had to take them off. I got to get them new collars. The ones we got them weren't right, and I think it was making them a little sick. So we took those off and got that off. We're gonna go get some flea collars for puppies if we can find them. But yeah, it's just been horrible this year. And it's like Mama Bear has been saying on a lot of the live chats that it just seems greener, and it's greener this year. Like, it's thicker and greener than it was the last couple of years, and it's been a lot more rain and shit too. And I think that has a lot to do with it too. Even though we had a really cold winter, we had a stupid cold winter and had snow, and the bugs are worse this year. We woke up one morning I wake up all through the night and check the cameras, you know, all that shit. And I looked at the cameras and it looked like it was snowing. There were so many bugs in all of the cameras. It looked like it was snowing, and that blew my mind that was like that. Like, I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, that's that many bugs. And I'm thinking we have bats, but I mean, they could feast down here. So rubbing mint on my dog, really. Rubbing mint on it keeps the ticks away. Oh, shit. He said put apple cider vinegar in your legs, too. Also, diets help. Garlic and onion peppers make you less attracted to ticks. I eat a lot of garlic. We eat a lot of garlic. Yeah, he said, I hate them little bastards. Eucalyptus is supposed to help keep fleas away.
Thank you, Justin.
He said eucalyptus try to help keep the fleas away, too. Let's try to get some plants around here or something.
That's part of the reason why I wanted that lavender and mint.
Yeah, I know. We were going to grow some herbs. I ran out of money before I could afford the herbs. But we got tomatoes, hot peppers, green and yellow peppers. We got garlic and onions, and mama strawberries. So, and I was at the house working the other day, and we got this. They were going to throw it in the dumps. So I went ahead and grabbed it just because, you know, it's something to prep. There's a spot here with thousands of bugs, but there's also thousands of bats. Yeah, see, I know we have bats. There's many freaking mosquitoes. And I mean, I live in a fucking swamp, basically. I live at the bottom of the road. My backyard is a creek, and the back property is a fucking pond. We have ducks. There's always mosquitoes in the duck water and shit, but onion is good for your immune system, and garlic cleanses. Yeah, I love onion and garlic. Like I said, man, I was showing y'all, like, we eat the fuck out of this stuff. The onion powder, garlic powder. I get the dry onions that when you put them in like stew, they kind of rehydrate a little bit. Man, I love. Uh-oh. I didn't see it. Pine sap can be used as well as an antiseptic for cuts and fingers, and also seal up certain cuts. No shit. Yeah, pine sap. And if you're in the middle of the fucking woods and you can't get a fire started, some dry pine sap on a fucking pine tree, scrape it off with your knife. That shit's like gasoline, bro. I've seen lots of cases of tick-borne diseases this year at work. I hate those. Yeah, like Lyme disease and all kinds of shit, man. It's bad, dude. And like I said, we had a decently cold winter this year. Like, it was cold for a while. That's what got me. It's like the colder it was this year, we got more bugs. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, we actually got snow for a couple of days in North Carolina, which is very rare for us. Yeah, so Lyme disease has always been, I saw a chick that got bit by, and it's the little tiny ones that you can't find that make you sick. The big deer ticks, they're a little bit easier to fucking find. You can find them on you. They're big in there. I got bit by one time, and I actually felt it bite me. It fucking stung. I was like, ow, motherfucker. And I looked down and it was a tick trying to get at me. So I do have a bunch of like bug sprays for the kids, for the baby. When the babies come down, I have it for them. I heard if you get ticks off within 24 hours, you don't nearly have the same risk for Lyme disease. Hopefully that's true. Yeah. Pine sap is antiseptic, fire starter, gum, glue, etc. The needles. Yeah, I know. I remember you could take the vitamin C. It's real good in vitamin C. And you get the green ones. We have a lot of pine trees around us, man. Mostly around my house is pine trees and stuff. We have a lot of poplars, few oaks. There's surprisingly not a lot of oak down here. A lot of poplars, pine trees, and the gum trees. It will definitely want no bugs on dogs or you. Dust yourself with some. Oh, yeah. That dude. Well, I can't say the fucking word. The Diomatricus earth, whatever. Say that word. It's the shit that we. So I heard too, if you get the food grade of that stuff, you can put it in like your beans and like dust your beans while you seal them. And the bugs won't get into it. Like you said, it's like fucking broken shards of razor blades and glass in there. Oh, have a good one, Practical Man. Thank you for stopping in, brother. We're going to jump off in like 10 minutes anyways. Yeah, it's raining pretty fucking hard here, man. It's going to be hard to yell over the rain in the camper and shit. So the little girl, adios. Hell yeah, man. We'll give her a hug for everybody from here, man. Hope she's doing well. Yes, thanks for stopping in, brother. Definitely thanks for stopping in, man. Like I said, if y'all haven't checked out the Practical Rifleman's channel, y'all go check his channel out, man. I've been subscribed to him for a minute. It's a good channel, man. And all of us dudes like this, all of the fucking Minutemen and all the guys trying to get people to train, I've noticed a lot of drama going on from channel to channel. One guy doesn't like this guy, so he makes a video. Then that guy makes a video getting back, and then everybody makes videos about that. Man, we don't need to be fucking the drama, man. We need to get together. All of us have something that one doesn't have. We can all put together. If we can get these Minutemen channels to stop bitching like little fucking girls and start getting together and working with other channels, there's enough people on YouTube. We can all have 1 million subscribers and not going to hurt another channel. If you guys putting out information that you don't like or he treated you a certain way, pull that motherfucker to the side and work with it. You know, making a video and then saying, oh, I'm not trying to start drama. But then you made a video smashing this dude, but you're not trying to start drama. It makes no fucking sense, man. I love all the channels. I love learning from some of the channels that know more about AKs than I do. I learn more about gear from certain channels that know more about gear. Definitely know more about medical now because of like Homestead Medical, Jay, Bear Independent. Learned about thermal camouflage from Falcon Claw. I've learned about LBE gear from Light Fighters. Learned what to make helmet. I mean, I've learned so much from all these channels. It just sucks. No, now that would fucking the stolen valor thing is a huge thing. If you're doing that, smash them. But yeah, a lot of people, dude, fucking Bear. I don't watch him as much as I used to. He's a little too.
I don't like Bear.
I'm not saying I don't like him, but I'm not saying I follow him anymore just because it's a little out there for me, man. Permethrin. Yeah, see, that's what I was told. If you use permethrin, I can't say the. I'm a redneck. The permethrin or whatever it is. If you spray it and it dries, I don't think the bugs will come in. But I know when it's fucking wet, it'll kill your dogs, cats, frogs, everything. Like I just used old fucking outdoor spray. You know, the Woodsman backwoods spray. I spray around my ankles, my waist, and my pants and stuff. Usually it keeps them away. Paige, good morning. I don't carry a lighter in the woods, really, man. I can get a fire going with flint and steel, bow drill, and handrail. I can also. Well, I'm a lazy bastard. In my chest rig, in my admin pouch, I carry a big lighter wrapped with duct tape. And I have an extensive fire kit. I've got little pieces of fat wood, cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. I've got actual fire starters. I got flint and steel. I've got a ferro rod. I've got a lighter. I've got fucking magnifying glass if I wanted to do it old-fashioned way. I have a redundancy of ways to make fire, but in a fucking survival situation, fire will be made. If I'm patrolling or at an LPOP, I just suck up the cold and I embrace the suck. You know what I mean? Like I just embrace the fucking suck, man. Like You can get warm, you're gonna shake, you're gonna be cold, but if you start a fucking fire, man, you're gonna fucking show up like a big burning inferno if somebody's got. Now, if you fall in the water and you're about to fucking get hypothermic and you have to start a fire, I get that. But as far as like patrolling and stuff, I would never start a fire.
You can use that stuff for everything.
What?
I can't say that word.
What? Yeah, what?
That keyword.
Oh, I can say it, but it's permethrin. Permethrin. It's bug spray.
Permethrin.
It's in that shit
right?
we got.
Permethrin.
Permethrin, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, like I've noticed, and then there's a lot of channels out here too, man, that are really way underrated channels. Like these guys only got 200 or 300 subscribers, and they actually got really good production and shit. And they don't. I try not to do the channel drama. Y'all already know I had channel drama from the fucking first time I did a live chat. Like we've had channel drama with other channels. Like I'm hoping it finally settled down. I haven't seen any pop up from any of that shit here lately, but you know. Dude, I'd be scared too, man. Like a buddy of mine sprays it around his house, and I've seen it kill like frogs and shit like that. Like, I just don't think it would be good to wear like on your body. Like, I know I get it. They say if it's dry, it's not a poisonous to your dogs or anything. I'm just thinking, man, 20 years from now, when you're dying from cancer, and be like, oh, did you happen to spray your fatigues with this? And you're like, yeah, well, that's what's killing you now.
So that was my next question.
Just like Agent Orange. Just the motherfuckers were spraying Agent Orange in Vietnam, and look at all the people that came back, died from cancer. Look at all the people in Vietnam that are having deformed babies and cancers and shit. Like, for every action, there is a reaction. Whether it's a good reaction or a bad reaction, there's always a reaction. So, permethrin is insecticide. It's very toxic. Apparently, the bugs will die just walking up your leg. Yeah, that's what I've heard. And why would you want to spray it around your house? Like, I don't even know where that bug spray went. I found some. It's outside. I was trying to spray for the fleas, and it had some in it. And I'm like, well, they said you can spray it around. This has got it. Yeah, right there. Permethrin, 99.53%. So that is basically permethrin with a little. Yeah, this is what I got to spray on my dogs and around their areas, and you can see the bottom ingredient right there. Hold on, let me see where the bottom ingredient is. Yeah, right there.
Men.
Yep, and look,
Sister.
see right there. If it's gonna let you see. And then if you turn the bottle, you see it's 99% of this shit is that. And it worked okay. The fleas really didn't like fall off dead. They just jumped off the dogs because it was on them. So, and fleas are just bastards, man. Yeah, and that's just too much natural shit to use. That's right. This thing is hard to hit. Yeah, there's too many things to use, but it's killing us this year with the dogs. And now it's fucking raining. We're supposed to have rain all week.
All freaking week.
All week. We're not looking forward to this shit because all the puppies are stuck in here with us. We got their little area outside. All the outside dogs are stuck in their houses. The only people that like the rain when it rains are the only things that like to rain. The people. Only things on my homestead that like when it rains is our ducks because they love that shit. Yeah, they're out there talking to us now. Savage said, cold press. Oh, it's good for bugs too. No shit. When China had locust swarms, the only thing left green was no shit. The neem trees.
What's a neem tree?
It's something for somebody just texted me. Who's texting me? Oh, ACR is texting me. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna try to text ACR right quick. Let me see if I'm. Okay. ACR. I'm sorry. I'm back. But yeah, like there's shit down here that we can get. I do know how to make a Dakota fire pit. Dig the hole and then dig the hole up under the ground to where it doesn't smoke as bad. He said, oh, damn it, hell. Okay, if you can get. Yeah, I want to get some anyways. The Diometrous earth. I want to get some of that to put in my beans and rice too to keep the bugs off. Because if you store beans and rice, no matter how, if you put it in Mylar like we did and seal it with a little hair thing like we do, but sometimes we just throw them in Ziploc bags, and we can put that. I would love to Get some just for like here. ACR, what's up, brother? I'd love to get some for us and put on the dogs and the shit, because man, that stuff, I heard it's like broken glass and razor blades to bugs. It dries them out and they just die. So I think you can get it off Amazon. I know you can get offline. Get some offline like that and try it. It's worth a shot, man. Like, and it's natural. It won't hurt the dogs. Bugs just, they can't stand it. My buddy had brought, his mom works at a thrift store, and they had brought some stuff home from the thrift store, and their house got like stupid infested with roaches. And they're not dirty people. Like, they're not dirty people at all. So he was like, man, I'm not going to get the poisons or anything like that. He got that the Diometrius earth or whatever, however you say it, and spread it through his whole fucking house. Nothing survived. There's no ticks, no fleas, no roaches, no nothing. Flies aren't even around his house. That shit is crazy, man. I can smell a fire from a long way away. The other day, I smelled a fire pit going like 5 blocks away. Either man can hide a light, but not the smell. And that, you got to think about that too. There's something a lot of people don't think about. When you've been out in the woods for weeks, you're going to stink. And if persons who haven't been in the woods for weeks are going to have a different smell, deodorant, cologne, fresh, clean clothes, you'll be able to smell them from a mile. Like, I don't smoke cigarettes, so I can smell a cigarette. My neighbor up the road, like way up the road from me, can smoke a cigarette and the wind carries it down. I'm like, damn, who's smoking a cigarette? And my brother's like, what? I'm like, you don't smell that? She's like, no. I'm like, somebody's smoking. But yeah, it's smell will give you away, man. The seals, stop, look, listen, smell. Stop, look, listen, smell. When I was very hungry, I could smell food cooking. Yeah, I bet, dude. Yeah, I bet. Use non-scented deodorant. Yep, that's what I do. That's what I use for deer hunting. I use it in my Minuteman gear. I use the non-scented deodorant and the non-scented washing powders to wash my shit. I mean, and you know, I thought about it too. Like, yeah, Diatomaceous. I'm suck at big words, man. I'm a fucking redneck. I used to have honey spray that smelled like, I have some of that still. Yeah, you spray it on cover scents, but you smell like dirt. What we do too is my hunting clothes don't come in the house. They stay in a black trash bag. And what I'll do if I'm hunting like pines and stuff, I'll break pine branches off and stick them in with my clothes. Kind of helps keep it like smelling like pine. I mean, and I figure too with the non-scented stuff, the stuff that covers your scent, if you were being tracked by a dog, that might help cover some up. If a deer can't smell it, I'm pretty sure a dog couldn't smell it. I don't know, maybe. But it was just a thought that I had. If you get some cover sprays like the use for the dogs, for deer, spray yourself down with it. If you're getting tracked, it might help a little bit. Oh, I keep hand warmers, man. I used to have a honey spray that smelled. Yep. Yeah, I mean, when I put my clothes, usually I wear like clothes and I have coveralls, camouflage coveralls. I just keep everything I'm going to wear out with a couple branches of pine in it and stuff like that, some pine needles and shit. It just makes you smell. Yeah, they had the chapstick. Yeah, they have chapstick, deodorant, washing stuff. I got a bunch of it for Christmas one year. My kids bought me a big, like, huge kit. Had the cover spray, the laundry soap, the deodorant, the chapstick, the shampoo, stuff for your hair, body wash so you didn't smell. They use kerosene on a rag tied on the boot for chiggers, bed bugs. Yeah, no shit. Man, I have a story about chiggers. I've never had chiggers in North Carolina. Never. Moved to Texas. And one of my jobs one day was to cut this huge brush pile down. We had to cut it all up, chip it as much as we could. There was some big stumps. Well, me and one of the guys, we're in there waist deep cutting this shit, moving the branches and stuff. I went home that night, and from my waist down, everything had little tiny red bites, and I was so itchy. It was horrible. Like, I thought I was having an allergic reaction to something. My girlfriend at the time, I was like, take me to the emergency room. Like, I fucked up. Something's wrong. Like, my whole shit. And she didn't realize. We get to the emergency room. I have a male nurse and a male doctor. And they come in, and they're like, what's going on? I show him my shit. And he's like, oh, man. He's like, you ever had chiggers? And I'm like, no, I'm from North Carolina. Like, we have them here, but they're not as bad. He was like, no, you got chiggers, buddy. He said, I've never seen somebody get them like this. He said, we're going to give you some medicine to get this shit. He gave me a shot of Benadryl in the butt and some stuff to take, and shit, man, that shit sucked. Dude, yeah, my whole waist, all my junk, my legs, my ankles, everything. They didn't ever get up above, but all my pants got ate up. And that shit is very, very uncomfortable. He said, you can cook some things in a thermos and there's no smell. No shit. Yeah, because that's what I always worried, man, with like, you know, heating up your MREs in the MRE heaters. What the fuck is a chicker? It's a little tiny red bug that burrows into your skin and leaves little whelps. And they are fucking nasty, bro. Oh, they're nasty. I hate them fucking things. But yeah, I know that some people have even told me, like Savage and some of the guys, military guys, you know, the MRE heaters, the little thing you pour the water in, I heard you can smell those. I know they got a strong smell, especially if you never smell it and you're in the woods and all of a sudden you smell 4 or 5 people cooking MREs. I'm sure that smell can travel too. So I know you can smell burning weed in the woods. Oh, yes. Yeah, little red bumps that itch like hell. Yeah, they do have a smell. They do, the FRE heater things. But yeah, you know I can smell the weed burning. I can smell that shit from 5 miles away. Bioweapons, yeah, yes. I watched this shit. This dude, what was it? Was some, like, it looked like a Native American thing, almost, maybe from like back in time. But dude took a wasp nest and wrapped it in a banana leaf and was holding it. The wasps were inside of it. And all of his enemies were like in their camp asleep. They had a little fire going. My man ran up and threw that wasp nest in the middle of them. And all these wasps came out and started attacking the guys. And the guys ran off screaming. That's something maybe. I don't want to get close enough to them, but yeah, red bugs. Yes, I had both happen. Yep, I had them on my private part. Yeah, that shit sucks, man. Yeah, they burrow in and like a friend of mine told me if you only get a couple, you can take like nail polish, the clear nail polish and put over top of them and it'll get them out. But I had bazillions of them on my legs. Like I thought I was, it's so bad, burn and itch and it just feels like you're on fire. That shit sucks. And I was like, man, this shit really sucks. And then from that point on, I started spraying myself down. Everybody at work was like, yeah, you're in Texas now, buddy. This shit ain't the same. We have giant hogweed, a very dangerous plant. No shit. I've never heard of that either. I thought it was cool when them guys took that freaking big ass wasp nest wrapped in the banana leaf and threw it on their enemies. Yes, nail polish and kerosene kills them instantly. Shit, I wish I'd have known that because I got a freaking bump right here, guys. From all that sneezing and shit I've been doing, I got a pimple. Y'all have a pimple? I get one right there on your nose? That shit sucks. But I don't think I want to get close enough to a wasp nest to see if I can catch them to throw them at somebody. I'd rather just, we can do another way. We can booby trap them another way. But yeah, I watched that. It was on YouTube the other day. It was pretty funny. So I have hundreds of chiggers between all fingers. It's like, it is, dude. If you could get them and like give them to somebody, you could get them to talk. If you were torturing somebody for information, be like, look, I'm going to give you chiggers if you don't tell. Oh, I'll tell you anything you want to know right now. Just don't give them some bitches to me. Because once I've only had them that one time. And I didn't understand. Like, I've walked through waist-high grass in the woods, summertime, wintertime, fall, spring, all the time. In shorts with fucking Crocs on, I've walked through the woods, never got them. But that one, it was, so they built a house. And all the tree roots and shit and all the trees, they just fell with just knocking them down. They pushed into a big-ass pile. I mean, it was fence wrapped up in it and shit. It took us like 4 days to get this shit cleaned up. And I'm in there with a little saw cutting all day and it's blowing all that shit. So that's how I got them. But yeah, I know a guy who wears what he can smell a bear, but I didn't know if I believe. Bears have a skunk smell to them. Like they got a strong smell to them. Like, where becoming dangerous. Where did you find those? I'd love to have a couple of those. Like a grenade that puts out pepper spray. So you could just throw that shit, chuck it, and I was gonna order some of the Enola Gay smoke grenades when I had my tax money. I had like a $25 order. It was like 3 or 4 grenade, little smokes I could just keep. You know, if I had to pop them and throw them to get out of a situation, you know, give us some distance between us. But they wanted like $50 to send a $25 order. And I was like, man, I ain't got $75 to get 3 little smoke grenades. So I think the next gun show comes, I'm going to go check them out and see if I can find some smokes and some flashbangs or something. Same thing with Hogs Codes. Have awful put them on. Yeah, all right. Yeah, definitely, brother. Definitely. Yeah, I've never heard of sea lice, but I'm sure that can't be good either. Anything that says lice in it. Like, no. I'm pretty good at tracking. I've tracked a lot of fucking deer in the woods. A lot of fucking deer in the woods. Blood trails and all that shit. OC grenades and flashbangs. The civilian flashbangs are garbage. Are they? Yeah, I was wondering. Nasty tree cats. Sea lice sucks and can't see them if you swim through them. Oh, no shit. Giant hogweed oil activates when sun hits it, and it will affect you for over 10 years with giant blood blisters and 30. Damn. Well, I'm going to have to see what that shit looks like. Stay far, far away from that. Dude, I'd like to try the OC grenades. That is a game changer. If you got a group of people that you just want to disperse, you pop one of them bitches and that shit hits the wind. So that would be freaking nasty. Yeah, or a room. Like, you're going to have to go into the room. So, I mean, basically, I'm pretty sure you have gas mask. Like, we all have a gas mask here. But yeah, like that shit. And I fucked myself up the other time trying to spray them stupid ass pigs and got it on myself. I took it a lot better than I thought I was going to, being that it was all in my face and shit. But yeah, I'd like to have some of those. I want some smoke grenades. The Enola Gay smoke grenades, I've seen people use them. They're pretty thick and they have an array of colors. I just thought it'd be cool to put out, like, if you're pinned down and people know your position. I mean, I know the smoke isn't bulletproof, but if you could block their view long enough to where you could maybe get out and they don't know which way you go, I just thought it'd be cool. But the OC ones, I could definitely see. All right, I'll check them out. Can you screenshot that? The Land of Steel Fishing just put up the. I want international. LLC has pepper spray grenades. Yeah, how do you get rid of the sea lice, Quack? I'm on my third monster, guys. I had no caffeine yesterday, no beer, no nicotine. Twin went sober. He said, if you have a large OC can that has the slot in the back of the button underneath the lid, you can shove a quarter in it and throw it in a room. Oh, no shit. Hell yeah, I bet, dude. Fucking keep it running with the quarter in it and just keep it pumping. Man. Like, dude, I mean, I carry less lethal shit. I have OC. I have a flip-out baton, which that's not less lethal. It can still be lethal, but it's less lethal. Yeah, I mean, I have rubber buckshot and rubber slugs for my shotgun. That was when I was bounty hunting. Like, the first one was rubber. The second one wasn't rubber. If I had to shoot a shotgun at somebody to get them to stop, the first one, I'm going to give you a warning. The second one, you get cut. You're going to get cut in half. But I said it was just empty. Great. Yeah, wait, yes, we do. It's funny how we all had the same. It'll just empty the can. I'd use it on. Hell yeah. Dude, yeah. I mean, if you got a fucking room full of people, they're going to OC them up. Their last thing on their mind is trying to kill you now. Now they're just trying to get their face and their eyes. Like, I got sprayed in training. Like, you stand there and they spray you right across the face. And it's not a fast one. They kind of right across the face, right across my eyes. And that shit sucked. I'd rather get tased than pepper sprayed. Like, it just. He said the giant hogweed kind of looks like cow parsnip. If you've ever seen a sort of white spiny flower on top and it grows really tall. I have seen something like that. Tom Lumber's, they sell package store for stings, for ice cube sea lice, 10 times worse than red bugs. Makes you want to jump out of the water. Damn. Damn, it's really coming down, isn't it? Or is that just the shit in the trees?
I think that's the stuff in the trees.
Yeah. So we're sitting in the camp. I don't know if y'all can hear the raindrops hitting, but sometimes it feels like it's pouring. And I'm like, oh, no, it's raining really hard. And it's just the stuff coming out of the trees because we're under trees. Like, most of my property is trees. So, snake. Yeah. Hey, so I told y'all the story the other day about Mama Bear and I. So we have these buckets, 5-gallon buckets, and they got a rope tied to the handle so we can throw them down in the creek. I take a long stick and push them down so they fill up, and then I'll snatch them up and pull them up. So we dump the ducks water. We have a dog back there and everything. So I go walking up my little trail to go to my favorite part of the creek, and there's like a 5-6 foot long black snake. Motherfucker about that. Maybe, what, about that big around, babe? He was big around. He was long.
Maybe a little bigger.
Maybe a little bigger. And Mama Bear was like, oh, stop. And I was like, don't kill him. I don't kill black snakes. I know they fuck with my chickens, but I've never had anything fuck with the chickens, knock on wood so far. But the black snakes here eat copperheads. So if you got a couple black snakes in your yard, you're probably not going to have any copperheads. But I just got a long stick and touched his tail, and he took off, man. Like, back in the day, I'd have ran down and caught him, took him to my buddy, because my buddy Randy at the time raised and bred venomous snakes, all kinds. And king cobras and some snakes only eat other snakes. King cobras don't eat mice; they eat other snakes. Just like a king snake, black snake, they'll eat other snakes. So, It does pretty good. Any bear spray? Yeah, carry bear spray. I saw a guy torn up by a stray dog, and he was holding a 5-year-old. After that, I carry spray everywhere. I use carry OC, but dude, and the bear spray is more like an extinguisher. When you hit it, it gives you a fucking big mist. I would like to, and it's reasonably priced. I think we can get that when we go up to get the hollow points from Bass Pro Shops. Maybe we'll get us a couple cans of bear spray too. Because I agree, you got to have less lethal. You can't shoot everybody all the time, but sometimes you got to handle business. And bear spray in the fucking face, that shit's gonna melt your fucking face. So it wears off. She said, dude, I haven't swam in the ocean in years.
I lived at the ocean. And
My buddy told me, he said, you know what, man? He said, I want you to think about something. He was like, you know, if you go bass fishing, you use little bitty tiny lures, you catch the little fish. You use a big lure, you catch a big fish. When you're in the ocean, you use big lures and big hooks. He's like, you're a big ass dude. A big ass shark's gonna come and eat you one day. And I was like, man, why would you say that? He's like, you're big bait. Big fish eat big things. I was like, never going back in the ocean. Batons. You want to see mine? I got one at SCR.
When I was younger, we used to go to the beach all the time.
I have another one somewhere else too. I don't think
And
y'all
I
can't.
always got stung by the jellyfish.
Okay, y'all can't see in the gun safe. I don't want them saying I'm grabbing guns in my live chat. I can't see the gun safe looking right now. I have one of these. This I have the case for it. I just don't know why it's not in the case. But right here, ACR. See this? Now see that? And that, I got long arms. This is as long as my arm. That thing right there with the proper technique is a dangerous thing, man. I have another one. I wonder what happened to my other one. Remember the one that had the push button? The one that I actually carried? I had two of these. For some reason, I can't find the other one. I don't know where the fuck it is. But yeah, I carry one of these, man. As a Minuteman too. This one's a little long for my liking, but I have another one. It's an ASP. Same people that made my handcuffs, the ASP baton, ASP, ASP. But that one's got a push button to where you push the button and it'll fall back in. This one's just gravity. And like it's you can fuck somebody up with one of these, dude. But I have seen cops too use these, and they're hitting the motherfucker in the knee or in the thigh or in the side, and it's not doing a lot. But yeah, definitely. He said everything I touched was contaminated with bear spray. I prefer to use a Kubotan at your hands because prison guards train. Dude, I have a Kubotan. It's about that long. Got a point on one end, and it's got ridges. Keychain. You can pressure point. You can hit with it. You can use it in knuckles. You can stick it in something and push, and it hurts. I carried one of these when I was doing bounty hunting work. I don't know what happened to my ASP one. That sucks because it wasn't here. I don't remember. I don't think I gave it away, did I? I wouldn't have gave that one away anyways. But no, I have a bunch of shit. No, it should be in here with the gear. But yeah, I got less lethal, pepper spray, all that wonderful shit. And of course, y'all know I got my Marine Raider. This is, if I was going to go hog hunting, Justin, this would be the knife that I took. I have two Bowies, but this is my favorite one. This one right here that's gangster, man. Missouri Survival, another great channel. He, on Instagram, he does a lot of knife reviews and stuff, and he did one on this, and he beat the shit out of his. I had another one of these that I fucking beat to death, and I had that one for years too, and I beat it to death. I had two. I bought this one, which is sentimental because my ex-wife gave me the money for it a long time ago, and I had another one that I already had, and I used to chop shit, beat stuff. I take and baton this through a log. Like, it's thick. It'll take it. You know what I mean? And it's full tang. I just put the lanyard on it because, you know, if your hands are sweaty and shit, and you go to hacking something and that bitch flies away, you ain't got to worry about it. Or if somebody tries to grab it, I don't know why you would try to grab this because you're going to lose all your fingers. But I put the lanyard, and I got it long enough to where I twist it a couple times like that, and it just stays on my hand. But yeah, this is one that I would take. If I'm going to do goon shit for God and country, this knife is definitely going with me. It might not be on me, but it'll be in my pack or on my pack. And but I did put the Obake knife on my plate carrier. No, on my chest ring, I mean. But yeah, that's one of my favorite knives right there, man. Now I have a snake cane that's got, you unscrew the head and pull it out. It's got a blade about that long. It's a cobra because, I mean, I like cobras. That's one of my favorite snakes.
He said metal cane for his tooth.
Hey, can you pass me that?
What?
My gun stock club right there. I want to show them that. I got something else it's not, it could be less lethal, or it could be lethal too. Very much could be lethal, like very lethal if you know what you're doing. This was a gift from my Indian heritage. I like cold steel, but check this thing out. It's got that fucking carbon steel. You can tell it's carbon because it's a little rusty. But this thing is polypropylene. Like, you can't break it. And I have whacked some shit with this thing, and it doesn't even make a dent in it. I put some stuff on the handle because it's slippery. But you ever seen Last of the Mohicans where he's fucking whacking that guy and pops his shoulder out? This is less lethal, or it's lethal. Like, you could easily fucking hurt somebody really bad with this thing. But yeah, I really like this thing too. Yeah, exactly. Well, man, mine, I mean, if you look at cold steel, they got the shillelaghs, they got walking sticks, like the blackthorn walking stick. I used to be a cold steel dealer, so that's how I know a lot about this shit. I think those are illegal in Canada unless you're law enforcement. What? The flip out batons? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure they are. I can buy them. I can get them all day in North Carolina. We get them. I used to sell them. We had 3 different sizes. We had small, medium, and the large. That's the large one. But yeah, this thing is badass, dude. I love this thing. It's polypropylene. And this thing is just badass, dude. If y'all ever seen Last of the Mohicans, you already know. Like, and then you could drill a hole in it up here and put a sling on it, or you could just put it on the back of your pack, and it doesn't weigh much. I mean, it doesn't even weigh probably 2 pounds, not even. And that big ass metal point, it's got a sheath. You just tie the sheath on, you know. But yeah, that's badass. I've had that thing for a lot of years. Yeah, walking stick. So I cut down the cold steel walkabout stick cane length and put a rubber bottom. Hell yeah. It's not a practical cane, but it's a good stealth weapon. Nobody will notice. Yeah, man. And they're made out of polypropylene. They won't break. I literally watched a guy put this on a cement block on cold steel and drove a truck up on it, and it bent, but when he pulled off, it went right back. Like, they're indestructible. I've seen guys take this and bust some cement blocks and all kinds of shit with it. So, I mean, and I have a walking stick. I just got a piece of red cedar and scraped it down, took the bottom off of a set of crutches and stuck on it, and wrapped some paracord on it. It's just good when you're walking, man. Quicksand is new. I've never been in quicksand. I need a big machete for the bushes we have around here. I can hook you up, brother. I can hook you up. I have one. It's in my bag back there. I have just a regular cheap $6 Walmart machete. Got a cheap Walmart machete. I got a metal file, and I sharpened it to a razor. I wrapped the handle with some the same stuff like this shit. I get this from Dollar Tree, guys. It's like a bandage, but it's almost like a OD green on one side and like a desert color on the other. See? And I use it sometimes to wrap knife handles and shit. Like, it's OD green, and then it's like a woodland camouflage. And it sticks to itself most of the time. I don't know what happened with this part of it because it's coming loose. And of course, I wouldn't have a knife over here with
Good morning, Robert.
Robert, what's up, my brother? But yeah, this thing, man, I just wrapped the handle because it just gives you a little more grip than what they give you. You can use tennis racket handle. I've done that a bunch too. My training sword, my wooden pecan, I just took tennis racket handle tape and put on the bottom. It's padded and thick, gives you enough grip. So those pepper balls ain't no joke either. Yeah, I've never stepped in quicksand, man. Now, I've got in some mud in North Carolina where it took my boot off. You're going to pull back out. You know, you're walking in towards the water and shit, and the water's dried up like Lake Falls Lake. When the water level gets low, people go out there, and I've seen people sink down and have to, like, have people pull them out. But
I did. I bought shoes.
Careful, pepper ball. See, it's effective against somebody that hasn't been sprayed. If you have experience getting sprayed, it's going to piss them off. I have a fucking thing about that. I hear bear spray way worse than pepper spray. I'm sure. Well, I had a buddy of mine. He's a cop, and he pepper sprayed a Hispanic guy, and the dude ate it like it was a taco. He said, I sprayed the fuck out of him, and the dude his eyes didn't water. He didn't do nothing. He said he just got mad. He said, well, when a taser hit him, his ass went down. He said, but you got to, like Becoming Dangerous said, you got to be careful who you pepper spray. Some people can take it. I've seen guys get tased and stand there and just reach up and rip the shit out. If somebody's intoxicated or high on something, they can eat that shit because they're so fucking mad. But yeah. Thank you, brother. Good morning to you too. But I want to get some bear spray now. I'm going to try the bear spray, see how that does. I just see a need for it. Like, you can't always shoot somebody. You can't always beat somebody with a bat or something. I mean, I'm not that I would do this, YouTube, but just in general, sometimes less lethal is the way to go. Like you just want to make a point. That bear spray is going to make a fucking point. Hell, even just OC pepper spray, the right people. You know what I mean? I used to get OC sprayed every 6 months. It was only required once a year, but it was training kids every 6 months. Yeah, that's where I got it when I was training. Like went through some classes for bounty hunting and stuff like that. And they spray you and they tase you and just got to be able. If you got to do it, you got to do it. You got to. If you're going to deliver it, you got to be able to take it too, because you never know. Somebody might have that. I watched a guy one day in a bar fight. Dude was fighting a guy and the guy pepper sprayed him. Like I seen two guys pepper spray each other. It's like what the fuck, man? Like stupid shit. It'll affect you same every time, but you learn to deal with it and fight through it. Yep. Yeah, because the day I did it out here fucking with the pigs, got on my hands and I touched my face, my eyes watered, but it was like I could keep my eyes open, but it was like it was hard. You could just fight through it. And I was on a live chat. Everybody got a laugh out of it. Oh, Twin Arrows pepper sprayed yourself, dumbass. When you use it, the stuff will get on YouTube. Oh, it sprays. And the wind hits that shit, it goes everywhere. Yeah, exactly, brother. Exactly what Savage and it's better to say, hey man, I tried to pepper spray the dude and I tried to run. He chased me down and then I tried pepper spraying him, but that's when the Glock 10 mil comes out. Hopefully none of us ever get put in a situation where we have to deal with that. So I don't want any of my people to have to be put in a situation where they have to deal with going to court and going through that, because the fucking court system in America is fucked up. I've dealt with that shit for so long over that one case and just other cases, and it's like anybody can say anything they want and go take a warrant out on you and you're going to jail. It don't matter. You still have to prove your innocence. You're guilty until you're proven innocent. It's not innocent until proven guilty. They automatically think you're guilty, and then you have to prove your innocence. That's the backwards way. So, sling will screw you up. My buddy had his shotgun on a sling, and the cow attacked him, and he couldn't grab his shotgun. Yeah, a sling will fuck you up, but the very first thing I put on an AR-15 is a sling. If you carry a weapon without a sling, it's a mistake. And yes, they can hinder you, but if you're in a situation and you have to go hands-free, you don't want to set your rifle down. You don't want to set your shotgun down. You want to sling it to your back and get hands-on, or just release it so you can go hands-on. Always, always, always keep a sling on your rifle.
Yeah.
Exactly. Becoming dangerous. I was working at, I think you heard my story when I was bouncing, and a guy threatened to kill me and reached for his waistband, and I hit him to take care of the situation, and they pressed charges on me, and they stuck. Went through a fucking district and superior court. I had witnesses saying that he was starting shit. We had everything, and the jury still found me guilty. They had a video of me hitting him. I told the judge, I was like, yeah, of course I'm guilty. I hit him, but why did I hit him? That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody, why I had to do this. And just, I didn't wake up that morning and be like, oh, I'm just going to go work and knock some random person out there. That's just not Twin. Twin only does what Twin has to when it comes to my survival or keeping somebody safe. What are you looking at, girls? What are you looking at, Mom? You see stuff. Everybody else is sleeping. Come here, Tassie. There's my girl. Another puppy loves. Here, I want to see one more puppy. This is Taz, and her name fits her because she's a little spaz. She's my girl, though. She's my happy girl. She said my tail just a wagging. She said, loves my dad. Hi, Tassie. Yeah, it's just not a good, yeah. Always have a holster for your pistol and always have a rifle, a sling on your rifle. Like always. That is one thing people say, oh, what would be the first thing you put on your rifle if you got one? A sling. Well, what's the second thing? Optic if you want, but they come with red dots. Iron sights. Learn how to use the iron sights on a rifle before you put a red dot on it. Don't learn how to do the red dot and then your red dot breaks and you don't know how to shoot the iron sights. But always, first thing Twin puts on his rifle is a sling. Like I said, I mean, I'm not, imagine tasting and tasing electrician. It's old Sparky. He ain't going nowhere, man. he tases himself on a daily basis. Yep, this is Tazzy. This is my Tazzer. She said my dad had collars, but they didn't work. So we're gonna get him another. I'm gonna go get him some actual puppy dog collars. Exactly. If you have a gun or they have a gun, it doesn't matter if it's holstered. It's a gunfight. Exactly. Well, that's what that said. And when they said he was pulling up his pants because he knew he was about to be assaulted. No, you literally looked me in the eye and was like, fuck you, white boy, I'm going to kill you. And that's exact words. And I said that. And no, I called you a motherfucker. No, he said, fuck you, white boy, I'm going to kill you. He was high on Percocets and alcohol. He just had a surgery from cancer. He was a cancer patient. had just had surgery the day before and you're out taking Percocets and drinking whiskey at a bar, don't you think if you had surgery and you needed to rest, you wouldn't be out getting drunk, talking shit to a guy that weighed 350 pounds? Like, come on, man. Like, that makes no fucking sense. If you, and that's why I told my lawyer said, he's like, well, if you just had surgery the day before, why were you out? Why were you out? Well, I wanted to get out and go have some fun with my friends. Well, if I had cancer and just had surgery, the least of my worries would be going out trying to fucking start shit with somebody. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. Where you gonna go? No, you sitting back up here? You can come and sit there. Wow. Come here. Come and sit with me, Dad. Come here, Tassie. Come and sit with Dad. Come on, let's. So yeah, and that's what I was like, dude. If you just had surgery and you're so fucked up from cancer and all this shit, why are you out drinking with your friends the day after surgery? It couldn't have been that much of a surgery. Last time I had hand surgery, I wasn't, the least of my worries was going out drinking. I wasn't trying to get out, and I'm damn sure not going to walk up and start calling motherfuckers names when you're drunk. Liquid courage and that Percocet courage, man. Motherfuckers on Percocets and liquid courage, man. They fucking think they can fight the world, but you literally came up and threatened somebody that is a bouncer. And I had multiple witnesses that heard him say that, but they just didn't care, man. Like, and plus, I'm a white guy. He was a black guy. I'm not pulling the race card because y'all know twins not racist. I don't give two shits what color you are. But they tried to pull that shit with me. Oh, he was being racist. I wasn't the one being racist. I was just trying to get the guy away from my front door so I could get people in. Like, I was more worried about the customers and the money. I didn't give two shits about what he was saying. But when you threaten somebody, you just can't threaten people like that, man. You can't walk up and tell somebody you're going to kill them and then reach for your waistband, especially a motherfucker that's been training like I have all my life. Like, that's just stupid, man. Yeah, me too, dude. That's dealing with drunk ass people, men, women. Like, I was standing at the door one day and had some random ass woman come up and try to give me a kiss. And I was like, hold up, man. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, my buddy was sitting here. We had a guy, like, we were at the door and we had another bouncer outside who would walk up and down the sidewalk. Me and Josh were talking one day and some random drunk old man came up with his wife and started playing with his beard. Josh about knocked him the fuck out. And he was like, oh, my wife told me. He was like, bro, you don't walk up and touch somebody's face like that. He's like, I know who the fuck you are. He said, you see that big dude right there? He was about to snap your neck off. Like, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, oh, glory. What's up? Exactly, becoming dangerous. I'm the least racist motherfucker. One of my best friends, Big Bearded Warrior, is one of my best friends. But, like, don't play that shit with me, bro. If you dish it out, I can dish it back. And don't play the race card, man. You came up intoxicated. You said the wrong thing to the wrong person. And when you got hit, you made it look like it was everybody else's fault. You're the one that brought that shit on yourself. I didn't do shit. I didn't wake up that morning with anticipations of knocking anybody out. Like, I hated bouncing like that. They only pay you $15 an hour. You don't get tips. Like, I found money on the sidewalk one time. I found like $160 on the sidewalk one night. Walked up, snatched that shit up, and was like, damn. Josh was like, hey, what was that? I was like, man, I just found money. He was like, how much? I said, I don't know. Counted, it was $160. I gave him 40 because he was my boy. I was like, here, man, take 40. He's like, hell, I didn't find it. I was like, shit, man, it's about beer after work tonight. So made a loop. What was it, bro? What was the whistle? Oh, beautiful big old buck. Damn. Now I pulled out this morning to go get monsters and dip and stuff, and there was a dead doe up in top of our road. Big buck. When I shot the biggest deer in my life, Glory, and I called my ex-girlfriend, all I could say was, big buck, bring car, big buck, bring car. And she was like, what? Where are you? I was like, I just shot a big buck. Bring the fucking car. Well, luckily, her brother was leaving, and he has a truck, and he pulled down and got it for me. I was like, bro, I was about to put that bitch in the trunk of the car. I didn't care. I was going to get her home. What are you buying me for? Oh, where is it? Women are the worst in general. I hated going on calls with women involved. Yep. Dude, the women that come up at the bar and think they could cut 50 people in line just because they got big tits. And that woman, I found out her name was Jackie. She was like a local bar hopper down there. Everybody knew her. She was like a doorknob. Everybody had a turn. But she walked up that morning, or it was like 8 o'clock at night. She walked up, oh, hey. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And I'd seen her before. And she's like, and I'm like, what? And she tried to walk up and give me a kiss to let her through. Bitch, you got to wait in the back of the line and don't kiss me. I don't know where your mouth has been. Like, I don't know who the fuck you are, or where that bitch has been, or what's been in it. I don't want it on me. So, yep, every time. Every time. Man, you get itchies. I don't see a lot of fleas. Use a trip. Why you biting me so? Oh, you chewing on my belt. They got that puppy is, the puppies are like teething, so they chew on fucking everything. She's literally tearing my belt up. She said, I bite my daddy's belt. And if it keeps her quiet, ain't gonna hurt that. But no, that was the one thing, man, that I hated about bouncing. It was fun, dude. Like I met a bunch of cool people. You meet some cool connections when you're bouncing. Like I met some really nice guys. I got a bunch of private parties and shit because they knew us and stuff. But when the bar turned their back on me because I swung first, I'm like, you literally pay me to do this job. And then when I do my job, you guys, ow, that was not my belt. Y'all can tell. Like they just do you wrong, man. Yeah, we're going to jump off too. I just realized we've been on for 2 hours. Shit, man. I miss you guys not doing them and not feeling good, man. I didn't want to get on here and be sneezing and coughing and hacking up. And like the other day I got on and I fought to do the live chat because I had took like 8 Benadryl that morning and night and I was out of it still. But this morning I woke up and we got blessed and it really did help because we were out of dog food again. Fucking work's fucking me around. We were out of dog food, no food for us. Like I said, we didn't do nothing yesterday because we just didn't have the money to do anything. It wasn't raining. I wanted to cook some hot dogs or something out on the grill, but we just didn't have the money. So we no beer, no nothing. But we had beans and pinto beans and rice for dinner, which we weren't hungry. That was for sure. We didn't go to hungry. And so I guess it was kind of like a memorial prepper dinner for the people that couldn't eat and aren't here with us anymore. And put my post on Facebook and YouTube and all that. So, but well, I love you guys. I'm going to try to work on a couple videos. I know it's been rainy here. It's going to be rainy. Mama Bear was even down for like going in the woods in the rain with ponchos and gear on and doing like a Minuteman MRE lunch date like we did before in the rain. Like Mama Bear's like, well, we got to show people that we do it in the rain too. So we might do that depending on how we feel. I am going to work on my pack scrim because I really want to get that done. And I also want to work on my Viper hood. So I'm going to try to do that because I can do that in here on my little, like I showed y'all the little work area I got right here because I would usually sit this way, but since the puppies and everything, we're doing it like this. You cannot chew on my chainsaw, girl. You're already mean enough. And so we'll do it like that. And yeah, if it ain't raining, you ain't training. But yeah, I say it all the time. I tell the Mama Bear when we go to walk out of a store, I'm like, well, if it's raining, she's like, well, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. So we'll probably do something in the rain. I got an extra poncho for her and shit, so we can go out there and do something. And then I want to do my pack scrim video because I worked with Metal. Metal walked me through it. I think I got the gist of it down. I'd like to do that. Ow, girl. And I want to do my Viper hood. And on the pack scrim, I'm actually going to add some jute twine to it to kind of give it the 3D look. It's a 3D leaf pattern netting, but I'm going to tie some jute to kind of give it a little more breakup. I got to do that. I'd kind of like to go over my battle belt to show everybody what I'm running on mine, do a small video on that. And I got a couple other videos. I haven't broke my chest rig down for yet. Haven't broke Mama Bear's chest rig down. I haven't opened my pack in a while, and a lot of things have changed. So I want to do that. But thank y'all for joining me. All the new people that have came on, Moto Mining, everybody. I'm sure I'm going to miss some people. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for helping us out when y'all help us out. We thank y'all for getting us through the hard times. We really, really do appreciate you guys. And I'm almost at 700 subs and my watch hours are going through the roof. It's all because of you guys and sharing my stuff and putting the word out there for me, man. So I will forever be grateful for y'all and in debt to y'all, man. I can never repay what y'all have done for us. I just wanted y'all to know that. So like I always say, y'all stay safe out there, man. Times are getting weird, man. Y'all stay safe. Always forward.
Always forward. Love y'all.
See y'all tomorrow. Oh.